back to high school football on Comcast. Tonight we're in Pittsburg as the Deer Valley Wolverines take on the Pittsburg Pirates. Dan Wall, Steve Sanchez, and our great Comcast crew here tonight from Pittsburg High School. And Steve, we're going to see two exciting offenses here tonight. First for Deer Valley, they have a big rusher over there, a 1,000-yard rusher in Chris Allen, but he's been off to kind of a slow start for the Wolverines.
Well, you know, Dan, he has, but you always, as a defensive coordinator, got to prepare for him. He's the main guy. Great shake and baker. The best game he had against Liberty, they won.
That's a good point. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, a lot of people had to pick them 5-6 in the league. They're 3-1. They just kind of retool there, Pittsburgh. They lost two running backs early in the season. Now they have Roman Taylor, and he stepped right in.
You know, great coaching staff, Dan, and Taylor's just another one that comes right through the door. And credit to this coaching staff. Every year it seems like as they go along, they get a little bit better.
That's true. So it's the 3-1 Pirates against the 1-3 Wolverines next here on Comcast.
What is a coach? A teacher, a motivator, a leader, the person who sees your athletic potential and maximizes it, regardless of the sport. At Velocity Sports Performance, you train with a highly qualified coach every time you train. Your coach makes you work hard, but your coach makes you a better athlete. Train with a coach who knows. Velocity Sports Performance. Maximize your potential. We guarantee it.
Since 1980, Fresky Air Systems Incorporated has been keeping Contra Costa cool and comfortable. With an expert crew of technicians and staff, let Fresky be your indoor comfort professionals. Our Lennox Signature home comfort systems are designed to deliver efficient and economical air and heat for your individual needs. Air conditioning to heating, duct cleaning to emergency service calls, Fresky has you covered. From the homeowner to the commercial world, Fresky Air Systems Incorporated. Reliable and trusted service since 1980.
If you dump your oil, tempers boil, it ends up in the bay. Oh, smile, it's Oil Buster Camera. Don't want your oil to choke us, you're in focus, your neighbors just might say. Smile, it's Oil Buster Camera. Well, it's not fun to pay a big fine for polluting our water supply. No, it's not fun to talk to police as the neighbors walk on by. So now you're reeling, how's the wallet feeling? A big fine you're gonna pay. Smile, it's Oil Buster Camera. Smile, it's Oil Buster Camera.
Hi, I'm Rocco Bialy, and I'd like to welcome you to Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria here in Walnut Creek. Rocco's is a great place for family dining. In addition to serving the best pizza in the East Bay, Rocco's also serves many classic Italian pasta specialties. Make Rocco's your home for your next team party. Great pizza, great pasta, great people.
Rocco's!
A part of your community.
Tonight's Comcast Game of the Week is made possible in part by a generous donation from Amorosa's Antique and Floral in Antioch, located at 204 G Street in the old Rivertown district of Antioch. Amorosa's specializes in fresh flowers for weddings and special events with a large variety of gift items such as French soaps and candles, French jewelry, tea sets, and more. Come by today and let Amorosa's find that special gift for that special someone. That's Amorosa's Antique and Floral in the historic Rivertown district of downtown Antioch. Looking for a car or truck but having trouble getting approved credit? Let Diablo Auto Sales of Antioch find that perfect vehicle that fits your every need. With great customer service, selection, and a qualified sales staff, Diablo Auto Sales of Antioch can make your next car a reality. Se habla español. That's Diablo Auto Sales of Antioch at 1006 West 10th Street in downtown Antioch. The dentistry offices of Jeffrey Hogue, DDS. Jeffrey Hogue, DDS, and his staff has been serving East County for years with a personal commitment to their clients in uncompromising dental care with an atmosphere of comfort and experience. with state-of-the-art sterilization techniques and equipment. Their staff of highly trained professionals will make your every visit one you'll look forward to in the future. That's Jeffrey Hogue, DDS and staff at 5201 Deer Valley Road, Suite 3A in Antioch. There are two types of airsoft players, the well-equipped and the targets. GamePod Combat Airsoft provides one of the largest selections of airsoft inventory in the U.S. From beginners to advanced players, GamePod has it all. Specializing in competition-grade airsoft guns and accessories, BDUs, hydration systems, accessories, night vision, and the all-new Raptor fast attack vehicles. GamePod, where the elite will meet. Restore your carpet with recovery carpet cleaning. It's the only way to clean your home, business, car, RV, or boat. Receive professional and dependable service with a brand new state-of-the-art truck-mounted system. This system will restore and clean your carpet and upholstery with a powerful dirt extraction system that you are sure to see and feel. Carpet and upholstery will be dry in hours, not days, and there won't be that chemical feeling after it's done. Brendan Theaters of Concord in Pittsburgh, featuring 14 screens of movie magic. All theaters have Lucasfilm THX digital sound systems and stadium-style seating. The prize wheel spins weekly with great prizes. The Prize Patrol, promotional events, and other activities happen monthly with great giveaways and prizes. Check out the Brendan Theater website for more information and great savings ideas. Your favorite films in a great environment, all at Brendan Theaters of Concord in Pittsburgh. Enjoy the movie. Thanks again to all of our friends from the Comcast Game of the Week.
Back at Pittsburg High School, there's the big pirate on the auditorium behind the football field. Beautiful night, a little windy, Steve, but should be a great game. And before we start up here in the booth, we're going to send it on the field to Tony Schultz.
Yeah, I talked to Pittsburgh coach Vic Galley earlier, and he said he's very happy with the way the team has played this year. And, you know, most people thought this was going to be a rebuilding year for the club, but being that they're in first place, it's obviously pleased the coach very much. In particular, he's very happy with the way the secondary is played. He said they hit well, they run well, they cover well, and because 3 of the 4 starters are juniors, he's very excited about them, not only for this year, but next year as well.
Thanks, Tony. We're going to send it down on the field for the coin flip. And
Second half, it's your choice this half. You want the ball. Which goal you want to defend? Which way you want to kick?
We'll kick this way.
Want to kick that way. Put your backs over here. Put your backs over here. Pittsburgh will receive. Come in for a second, guys. Shake hands and have a good game.
So Pittsburgh will get the ball, and we haven't seen that a lot, Steve. Last year, that was all the rage, to defer the kickoff to the second half for some reason, but I always like getting the ball. I want the ball first. I think you set the tone for the game that way.
Well, this is Pittsburgh. They want the ball.
They want it.
Are you kidding me?
And, of course, tonight, the great Pittsburgh Marching Show Band is here with us. There's a good look. One of the most beautiful facilities that we get to come to. It's great, huge stands here. They've painted all the stands orange, and just really a nice setting out here. Of course, the new field turf they've had for 2 years, and great place to come. So tonight, it's Pittsburgh, who's 3-1, 2-0 in the BVAL. Of course, now with the early start due to Heritage coming in, and Deer Valley struggling at 1-3. And don't forget that this game can only be seen here on the Comcast Local Origination channel. So Pittsburgh tonight in the black uniforms with the white pants, and they'll receive Deer Valley traveling tonight in the white uniforms with the black pants. Taylor Stanton is the kicker. He's the punter. He's the place kicker. He's the quarterback. And I don't know, but someone said he was painting the bus on the way before cleaning it, waxing it before they came over to this.
No, that's not the truth. He drove the bus.
He drove it over. There you go. The officials for tonight's game, Steve, Dennis Gunnarsson is our referee. Mike MacArthur, Aaron Freeman, John Jenkins, and Don Scott, a veteran crew out here tonight in Pittsburgh. This should be a game, one of the feature games in the BVAL this year. Should see a lot of great athletes, some great speed out here on the field turf tonight. Slight breeze blowing from our right, our right to left, and here's the kick. Same way that Deer Valley is kicking. That kick is short and out of bounds, and that'll be a good start for Pittsburgh, who will probably take that at the penalized spot here in high school. I believe it's the 30-yard line. Craig Pfeiffer is the starting quarterback for the Pirates. Romont Taylor and Pierre Cobb in the backfield. Jared Morning and Dominic DeCibio are the wide receivers, and Stephen Calla is the tight end. Across the front line, here's a mouthful for you. Denton Tuiasosopo, David Johnson, Eric Clark, Art the Toena from the great Pittsburgh family, the Toenas, and Matt Lemley, who's getting a lot of looks. Juan Pena is the kicker for the Pirates. Mario Rubo will be the punter, and that's all for Coach Vic Galley.
I talked to John Abano, the great coach assistant coach for Pittsburgh. He told me Lemley's going both ways for the first time this year. He's been hurt, but he's their big guy, Dan, up the line.
It's actually spotted at the 35 with the out-of-bounds kick. First down for Pittsburgh here. First play of the ball game. Pfeiffer to throw, swings one out. This is Morning on a little inside screen, and he gets maybe 3 on first down. Here's the Deer Valley defense for you, a whole new squad from what we saw last year. Foster, Wilson, and Hughes across the front line. Biagas, who we saw on the baseball diamond, with Chuba, Jones, and Henry are the linebackers. In the backfield, Barnum and Butler, along with Allen, who goes both ways, and Swanson for head coach Rich Woods in his first year.
And Chris Allen was in on that first tackle, Dan, that had the making of something big, and he came in and closed the gap real quick.
Well, even though Pittsburgh has 21 new starters, Lemley's the only holdover. We did see DeCibio, Pfeiffer, Morning, guys like that played last year. Calla was on the squad last year, so not an entirely new team, but a lot of new starters for both squads. Looked like there might have been some motion, and I believe there is a whistle. I think that's going to go against, it is a procedure penalty on the Deer Valley Wolverines. That's Dennis Gunnarsson, our referee tonight. So Steve, Rich Woods in his first year.
Good ball. False start in the offense. Still second down.
You know, Dan, that's one thing I can say. After our first year, our microphone with the refs have really improved.
Well,
have you heard how loud they're?
It's working now.
It's working, yeah.
That's a good one, yeah.
But go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. Rich Woods, I was going to mention, I spent some time with him on Wednesday. He's got some interesting stories to tell. We'll talk a little bit about him. But first year was at Vanden in Vacaville for 11 years. Also assistant coach at Sacramento State for a number of years. Took over for Scott Sabrani, a longtime Antioch coach. This is Taylor. Taylor, shake and bake, nice move, but a good tackle, wrapped up nicely on that far sideline by number 32. And here's a mouthful for you, Abunike Chuba.
Well, Chuba made a real good play right there. He closed real good and kept it to a minimum gain. He picked up about 6 or 7 on that, Dan, so it's about a 3rd and 8 we're looking at, I think.
Good call, Steve, with the 10:34 to go first quarter. Pittsburgh picked to finish 6th in the Contra Costa Times earlier this season, and they lost their first game to San Leandro big here, 35-7, but bounced back, beat Freedom on a last-second miss. And we'll see Freedom next week against Monte Vista. They've started well. Beat Vintage 20-0 here, and last week rolled over Clayton Valley 34-10, and quite a shocker. It's 27 points in the second half for the Pirates last week. 3rd down, Pfeiffer, play action, has time, throws. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. And a late penalty, and this might be roughing the passer against Deer Valley. This will be a first down. You cannot make that kind of mistake against Pittsburgh on this field.
No, Dan, and that's just a mental mistake, too. You can't have it. I talked to Coach Woods before the game. He goes, listen, we got to have our A game tonight against these guys. Well, you know what? I mentioned that it does good, it goes bad. You know?
But it is a roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty and a first down for the Pirates, and this will send them all the way into Deer Valley territory at the 48-yard line.
And as a defensive coordinator, Dan, on the other side, that just drives you crazy.
Yeah, that's Frank Stiglich, an Antioch graduate.
Yeah, Frank was an Antioch graduate. He's going to be pulling his hair out right on that one because you got him stopped and you just shoot yourself in the foot.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball spotted at the Deer Valley 48-yard line.
First down. And this is Taylor. And I'll tell you one thing, Taylor is going to have a hard time if he's got to run away from Chris Allen on every play. Chris Allen can match him speed-wise, and he's coming all the way up from a safety position, I believe, Steve, as I look over on the, he is playing free safety, and he's just roaming. Watch him come up on the speed. Looks like Taylor has something outside, and he shuts it down.
But what he does, Dan, with great second effort, he does pick up about 3 or 4 yards on determination. Great play on him, because Allen did have him kind of wrapped up a little bit, but yeah, you can see where the ball is. He picked up about 3, which is very good because he's got by the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 7.
But I agree with you totally, Dan, on that speed thing. You're just talking about Allen.
Pfeiffer to throw. Steps up in the pocket, and he looks like he's going to be sacked. Pfeiffer barely back to the line of scrimmage. 2 Wolverines are on top of him. Number 56 is one. and that is Mike Foster and also Rashad Wilson in there. Here's a look at it.
Well, you're going to see Rashad, number 75. He's the one who collapsed the whole inside, and he cleaned up the mess, 56 at the end. But Rashad was the guy there first, Dan, number 75.
So no gain on the play, 3rd and 7. There's Coach Woods right there with the sweatshirt talking through his headset right there to one of his defensive players. He's also aided over there by, we mentioned Coach Stiglich, Lethal, and Bernard Stevens. Just a 4-man crew for Deer Valley. Draw play, this is Taylor, and Taylor's going to be close to a first down. I think it's going to bring up a 4th and very short after a gain of 6. Well, you know, Steve, Coach, I think they'll go for it.
He'll go for it. You know, and Coach Galley, this end of the field right here, he'll go for it right here. It's not even, it's a no-brainer. And, you know, you'll give it to your guy, more likely the big guy, Taylor in the background. There's a good coach. Vic. We both got to spend time with him for the game. Always a great guy to talk to.
Well,
you know who that is?
That's not Coach Galley.
That is Coach Orlando.
That's right.
That's exactly who that is. Because his mother used to be at the gate. I go, where's the mother? She goes, she's up in Reno. I go, well,
a lot of those Pittsburgh coaches look alike.
They do. Got that Italian thing on.
That's true. 4th and 1. Long snap count. Hand off to Cobb. And Cobb,
he's going to get it with a spot.
I don't know,
Dan. Now that you're right. Now that I look at it, they're going to measure.
This is going to depend on the spot.
Oh, they gave it to him, Dan. His left foot's right on the 40 or the 30. 38, and they had to get past the 37.5. If you see where the mark is.
They gave it to him. He got there by just a couple of inches.
Yeah, but you could tell where the mark was. They got through it. So far, they shot themselves in the foot. I'm a little impressed with Deer Valley's speed on defense. Chris Allen anchored it. I'm really impressed with him early, Dan.
Well, anytime you hold Pittsburgh under a couple of 20-yard plays on the first drive, you're usually either going to have some big guys up front or some fast guys in the defensive backfield.
Gut check time right now for them. See what happens.
Absolutely. They had the big penalty and then just barely got that 4th and 1. So now it's first down from the 38, first quarter, no score. And a motion penalty, again, movement, I believe it was DeCivio who moved. And you know what they're doing here, Steve, is to try to perhaps throw Deer Valley off. Maybe they're a little afraid of their rush up front. They're using longer counts. Well, it's not only fooling Deer Valley, it's fooling Pittsburgh.
False start on the offense, still first down.
Okay, we got about a 1st and 15, Dan, and you know, right here, this is a very interesting drive right here. There's Coach Galley. You know, he's kind of going, wow, these guys swarm pretty good to the ball. That's what he's thinking right now.
1st and 15 now from the 43, 7:09 to go. So Pittsburgh's had the ball for 5 minutes, and they've only really moved it about 30 yards. Pfeiffer to throw, swing pass. This is a new receiver in the ball game. Number 11 is Ramon Hernandez, and Hernandez gains about 7. It'll be 2nd and 8 here.
Real nice throw by Pfeiffer. Put it right out in front of him. Was able to let it. I think he picked up about, looked like about 9 yards or so. 8 yards or 9, yeah. And a real nice play when you're on 1st and 15. You'll take that any day of the week. Put your offense in a little bit better shape right now.
2nd and 7 here. Good crowd here tonight at Pittsburg High School. They always draw very well here at Pittsburg High School for the games. Of course, the next time we'll be here is when Antioch's on the other side. Yep. Deer Valley, of course, is an Antioch school, but the big rivalry is Pittsburgh and Antioch, and we'll have that last game of the season for you. Handoff inside, and that's Cobb. And Cobb gets a couple, going to bring up another 3rd down. So even though Pittsburgh is holding on to the ball, Steve, they haven't really broke loose with one of those traditional big Pittsburgh plays so far.
And big number 75 on the defense, Dan. Again, Rashad Wilson was in on that. Really good penetration on his part right there for Deer Valley.
Deer Valley is 1-3. They lost to Tracy, west from Tracy in the first game. Beat Liberty 28-6. We mentioned that in the open, and then had a tough loss against Ignacio 2 weeks ago. It fell to Vintage last week. There's an interesting story behind that Vintage game, Steve. They didn't even know they were going to play. They thought they had a bye last week. Play action, Pfeiffer throwing, has a receiver, it's Taylor, and Taylor has a first down at the 21-yard line. Nice play that time, Steve, a gain of 12.
Real nice play right there. He let him out. He got it to his playmaker. He let him do a little bit of his thing. He's going to move the chains. Let's watch this right here, Dan. Nice play fake. Look at Pfeiffer. Look at this throw. Right on the numbers. Perfect. Now watch this little hooky juke. Does a swan move, spin move, little James Brown right there on Allen, and they moved it on up to the 20, first down.
Last week, again, there's the Pittsburgh cheerleaders.
And you know, Dan, we want to always mention the cheerleaders, and they're coached by Layla Benson and their advisors, Annette Nat. And they took first place in the Walnut Festival here last week, so way to go, Pittsburgh cheerleaders. We'll have something on Deer Valley cheerleaders a little bit later.
First down from the 21. Pittsburgh driving here. They've had the ball for the first 7 minutes of the ball game. 5 minutes to go here, first quarter, no score. The JV game, 6-0 Pittsburgh. Pitch to Taylor, and Taylor has Johnson out in front of him. And there's a penalty flag that came in, and that's in the neighborhood of an illegal block or blocking. Steve, we'll have a chance. I just want to finish that thought on last week.
With Vintage?
Vintage, they didn't think they had a game. Coach Woods went on to the internet and saw on a schedule that they were going to play at Vintage. And wait a minute, we don't have a game, we have a bye. They literally did, so they put it together even though they didn't have a signed contract. Vintage paid for them to go up there. And they played the game. They lost 12-6, but hey, I think it's better than sitting on the sidelines all week.
Oh, absolutely.
Holding on the offense. Repeat first down.
You know, Dan, Pittsburgh may have this ball for the whole first quarter. I've never seen
They might have it for the whole first half.
That's true. If we can, let's watch this right here, Dan. Real nice pitch. And number 26, Dan. Is that Taylor?
That's Taylor.
And right there, there's just, I didn't see it, but you know,
I think it came back
closer than we are.
It wasn't Johnson because he was leading the pack and he was out in front.
And he sealed that corner real nice. I don't think it was Johnson, but somewhere a flag was thrown.
Maybe came in from the tight end side if he was on that side. First and 17, so a lot of first and second and longs here. Piper to throw, has plenty of time. Now he tucks it in. Now he's looking to throw again. Now he's going to run. He's at the 30, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line. The defensive play was made there by number 42, Rashad Swanson. That's a defensive player that the Deer Valley coaching staff likes a lot.
Really, and what you got to do, you got to tip your hats to the Deer Valley secondary right here, Dan. They stayed with their mans. He had plenty of time to run it, and we're looking at this. This is a lot of excitement. He gained a yard.
Even if that.
Yeah. So anyway, Dan, but hats off to the Deer Valley secondary. They did their job right there.
From the 29, second and 17. Pfeiffer on a little quarterback draw, and that was snuffed out nicely by number 84, Eddie Henry. And Henry's just a junior. Coach Woods was telling me that he had a couple of good games and ran up against Gary Graffert from Ignacio Valley a few weeks ago and kind of learned real quick what it's like at the varsity level. Good play here, though.
Well, he's a junior. He'll be back. Look at this. They're just rumbling, tumbling out here, Dan. Boomer would love doing this game. The ESPN big guy.
You know, he was in Boston today. A big shocker. The White Sox in 3. I mean, there's a lot of people in Boston right now that are in Irish bars. Yeah. Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria voted best pizza in the East Bay. Ignacio Valley Road at Oak Grove. They probably got the Angel Yankee game on right now.
Thank you very much,
Bunch
Rocco.
of pizza going.
Thank you, Rocco, again. Jumping aboard, helping us out.
Third and 15. Here comes a blitz. Oh, nice rush that time. Pfeiffer throws. Has a receiver tipped off his hands and nearly intercepted on the far sideline. That's number 1, Lionel Barnum, who goes both ways for the Wolverines. Incomplete. It's going to bring up fourth down with 3:42 to go first quarter. And Pittsburgh has had the ball for almost 9 minutes, Steve. It looks like if they don't get something here, nothing to show for it.
Yep. Well, Pena, he's the kicker. He's got a good leg. He can very capable make it from here, Dan. But you're kind of caught between a rock and a hard spot here. You're looking at about a 43-yarder, 44-yarder. That's hard for any college guy, let alone a school kid. But they're going to go right here, Dan.
From the 27-yard line, 4th and 15. Let's see what kind of play Coach Galley has in his playbook for this. You know, they always say they got one special. They have to pull it out earlier, Steve.
Right.
Play action, Pfeiffer looking, and he's going to be sacked, and Deer Valley's going to take over. Number 73 was there, who is not on my roster.
well, Dan, I could tell you 73 was there, but let me tell you, number 32,
I take
the
that
Deer
back,
Valley
Steve.
offense.
Steve, it was 76, I'm sorry, that made that tackle.
That's what's right here, Dan.
Lawrence Hughes.
And number 32, or 37, is that 37, Dan? He was on top, 56.
And 72, it was, excuse me, while we have this. See, I don't have a 72. And that looks like maybe it was 30. I don't know. I'm telling you, the Deer Valley numbers are very hard to read.
They are, Dan, but I'm going to help you out. Number 32.
It was a Chuba then.
Chuba.
Yeah, I'm going to say, Steve, it was a Wolverine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'd like to get the kids cadets. Go ahead, Dan. Do some business. Well, now we're back to play it here.
Deer Valley's already at the line of scrimmage. They take over after the loss on the play from the 33-yard line. Taylor Stanton's the quarterback. And the handoff was to Jones on first down. Here's the Deer Valley offense. Pittsburgh had the ball almost 9 minutes, Steve. Let's take a look at the Wolverines tonight. Stanton, the quarterback. Barnum, Jones, and Allen in the fly offense in the backfield. Pika's the wide receiver. Ed Henry, we saw in defense, the tight end. Across the front line, Hanson, Tolbert, Foster, McNair, and Jones. Stanton doubles as the kicker, the punter, and just about everything else, head coach Rich Woods.
Limley was the guy who made that play, Dan, and you don't want to run at him.
No.
I'll tell you right now.
Or you want to run behind him, yet not at it.
Or away from him.
Quickly.
As fast as you've ever had.
Ball's on the ground. Still on the ground. I think Pittsburgh has it.
They do have it, Dan. They have it. I tell you right now.
It is a fumble on the second play. And you know, not the worst thing the way Deer Valley played defense, Steve, but their defense was out there for 9 minutes. Now they got to turn around and go back out there again after the fumble.
Right here, Dan. Let's look at number 72, Matt Limley. Let's see if he gets on it. There's Stanton. The ball's on the ground, and of course it's a hot potato. Somebody's going to kick it. There's the kick. That always happens. And then here's everybody going for it. You're going to watch big number 72 is going to end up with it. Look at him on the ground. See him going for it right there?
Yep.
And that's like a hot pocket
That's
to
the
him.
worst
It's
place
over.
to fumble.
Oh, absolutely.
The minute the ball goes on the ground under the center there's
it's gonna
100
get kicked.
guys, and
Yep.
you're never going to fall back on it, and that's exactly what happened. So Pittsburgh, after 2 plays, takes back over. This is Taylor, and there's nothing there for Taylor.
And Dan, I'll tell you what, I don't know what happened or what Coach Wood said to this Deer Valley defense, but they're playing like a bunch of pop Wolverines.
There you go, 52 and 32. Telvish Jones and Abunake Chuba. There's a name for him.
I'm going to leave that with you on every play he does. I'm going to tap
We're
you
just
on the
going to
shoulder.
call him Big Chuba.
I can do everybody else but him. Go ahead, Dan.
Brennan Theaters, Movie Magic in Concord and Pittsburgh, In Her Shoes with Cameron Diaz, 2 for the Money with Al Pacino, and last week, Into the Blue with Jessica Alba. I think I said Paul Taylor.
Did you?
He's the guitar player for Winger. It's Paul Walker, of course.
Well, who knows how
Very
your
handsome
mind
young
works?
man.
It's just running all the time.
2nd and 8. You can see those movies this weekend at Brennan Theaters in Concord and Pittsburgh. Handoff Taylor. I'll tell you, Deer Valley has a very impressive defense. Chuba there again.
And number 84 for the Deer Valley defense, Dan. Let's give him kudos. He was there.
Eddie Henry and Javier Biagas.
Biagas was there. Very good pitcher for the team. He throws about 91 miles an hour, but he has trouble rolling strikes. Right here, Dan. Let's watch this right here. Look at this. It's just... They're smelling the ball. You know what? What's this guy come flying in? I mean, well, they're playing great team defense right now. Everybody's getting involved.
We'll see Biagas again with your son Jason out on the baseball field in March, April.
You know what you were saying, Dan? It's really going to hurt Deer Valley if they score, but it's going to hurt Pitt twice as much if they don't get nothing here on the second time down here in the Gold Country.
Lost a yard, 3rd and 9. Minute 29 to go, first quarter. Pittsburgh's had the ball all but 2 plays. Looks like they're setting up a screen. They throw it. This is Taylor. Oh, and a great hit. Oh, my. Number 25 came in there once again. It was Biagas. And after a gain of about 4, it's going to bring up a 4th and about 5 from the 25-yard line. But, boy, that was a great hit on that play.
You know, Dan, let's watch Biagas right here. He smells this out. Piper does a great job. Watch him throw this. It's all set up. Now watch the block. He said, watch this. Hello.
Great play. Under a minute to go here.
That's always a great way to beat somebody. Become friends and
yeah, say hello. How you doing?
Hello. How are you? I play football, and so do you.
4th and 5. Clock running. 41 seconds to go. First quarter. No score. Looked like there might have been a little motion
in the back.
Yep. Piper throws. Has Mourning. Mourning has a first down at the 13-yard line.
Now that's
no penalty flags.
That's a great catch by Mourning right there. Talking to Vic Galley. Vic Galley told me, I firmly believe he's one of the best players in the league, this kid. You're going to like him, Steve. He says he'll catch the ball over the middle. He's got no fear over the middle, and he's got great speed. Now watch this. He throws it a little bit high. Watch him go up and get this, Dan. And, you know, over the middle, I don't care what level you're playing at, that's a little bit scary because you know somebody's right by you.
Absolutely. Gain of 12, first down. This could be the final play here in the first quarter. 20 seconds to go. Piper brings the Pirates up at the 13-yard line. And there's motion again.
Well, Dan, right now, what you're seeing right now is a very determined Deer Valley defense, and you're seeing a little bit of Pitt. Probably with
False
about
start
4
on the
or 5.
offense.
Let's listen.
Still first down.
With false starts, this kind of pushing them back a little bit. And so far it's been all Pitt. Go ahead, Dan. We got Hertz equipment rental.
Yeah, that's right. And Pacheco, thanks for the scissor lift tonight, guys. Well, you know, Steve, it's the count, it looks like.
Yeah.
The count's throwing them off.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to get a playoff, Steve, with just 2 seconds to go. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Wow, you talk about a quick one, Steve. 20 minutes in the first quarter here. Deer Valley ran 2 plays. Pittsburg has the ball for the whole first quarter, and we're still 0-0 at the end of one. We'll be back with the second quarter from Pittsburg High School after this.
Looking for quality equipment rental with a helpful, friendly staff? Hertz Equipment Rental at Pacheco has over 4,100 pieces of reliable equipment to choose from, ready for delivery. Or if you're looking to purchase equipment, check out our pre-owned equipment sales list for super bargains on well-maintained pre-owned equipment. With Hertz, you have the right tool to get the job done. That's Hertz Equipment Rental at their new location, 30 South Buchanan Circle in Pacheco. Call Hertz today, 925-680-0316.
It doesn't matter what sport you play. It doesn't matter what position you play. It doesn't matter whether you're turning pro or just starting out. It doesn't even matter how old you are. If you want to maximize your potential, you need Velocity Sports Performance. Velocity Sports Performance. Maximize your potential. We guarantee it.
Quality fine art, collectibles, and framing. Peacock Expressions Gallery of Antioch has it all. A wide variety of custom framing to fit everyone's needs. A certified showcase gallery with unique art from Thomas Kincaid, Lenox Classics, Bronze, Thomas Blackshear, Armani, Bradford Exchange, and more. From original art to posters, worldwide, national, and quality local art, where quality does not have to break the bank. Find that special gift for that special someone.
You know, the Pirates have lost to only one team the past 2 years, and that, of course, has been De La Salle. Now, normally they'd have De La Salle in the back of their minds, but with expectations being a little bit lower this year, that's not the case. They're concentrated mostly on the task at hand, trying to beat this week's opponent and trying to beat next week's opponent. So De La Salle is not the focus of this team any longer, but nevertheless, they've been in sort of the same situation they've been in many of these last few years, and that's first place in the BVAL.
18 plays on offense for Pittsburg to 2 for Deer Valley first quarter, but we're still scoreless here. Pfeiffer throwing into the end zone for Mourning, and that's just out of the reach of Mourning, but they're going to call pass interference on number 8, Jaron Butler, a cornerback. Looked like he might have had his little, wrapped up there at the last second. I don't know if Mourning could have got both his hands out, but that's a holding penalty. That's not the worst penalty in the world, though, Steve.
Well, you don't want it's a good penalty if the other guy's going to catch it, because you just saved your team 6 points, and you're still going to have time to defend. I don't know where they put the ball down. I think it's not all the way in the end zone, Dan. Is it a 10-yarder here, Dan? I think we're going to take a look at this. This is a 10-yarder, Dan. And what you're going to see here, we should...
automatic first down.
So let's watch this right here. We're going to get a better look at it right here. I don't know. That's pretty close.
That was
right
real
there.
Close. But it's only a couple yards.
And he's a lot closer than we are.
A lot closer, but only 5 yards. The thing is, though, it's an automatic first down. So Pittsburgh now has 4 more plays to try to score from the red zone here. And they've had the ball for an awful long time. The Deer Valley defense has got to be wearing down a little bit out there right now. First down. Pfeiffer, hands off Cobb. Hit behind the backfield again. Biagas has been an animal in the first quarter. Here now in the second quarter. He hit him, got back up and hit him again.
I seen Javier before the game. Go, Javier, how you doing? He goes, Steve, I don't want to talk. I mean, he was so focused. And you know what? Yeah, well, that was a great play on his part. He sniffed it out, hit him, and hit again. And, Dan, I firmly believe if Pitt don't get 7 here, they're the ones who lose on this whole situation.
Well, even if they do score a touchdown, Deer Valley's got to say, wow, we just let them run 24 plays, and we're only down 7-0.
And we are talking Pitt here.
And we get the ball in the second half.
Right.
So it's not the worst thing. Don't forget to tell us what you think. Call 933-6264. Send us an email at gameoftheweek@comcast.net. Next week we'll be in Danville for Monte Vista and Freedom. That should be a great game. A kind of a practice game. Pfeiffer gets out of the grasp of one. I'll tell you what, Steve, there is some hellacious hitting going on down there on the field. Chuba and Biagas again. And Pfeiffer has got to be seeing, you're going to see these guys in his nightmares tonight.
Absolutely, Dan. And number big 84, Ed Henry was in on it. He smelt it out early. And I'm telling you right now, I am so impressed with this defense of Deer Valley. This is Pittsburgh here. Go ahead, Dan. You're talking about next week, Dan?
Well, no, Steve, there's next week's game. Freedom, who could be 4-1 after tonight against Monte Vista, who could be undefeated at 5-0.
2 of my favorite coaches.
That's right. Coach Bergman on one side, Coach Hartwig on the other.
Hartwig, 2 of my favorite coaches in the whole Bay Area.
they haven't given up a lot of points, Steve. West scored 34, but that was the first game under Woods. But Liberty just 6, Ignacio 21, and last week 12 to Vintage.
16-yard line.
Third down, Pfeiffer rolling, looking, throwing, has a receiver. It's DeCibio, but he's out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 2, and wow, another huge play for Pittsburgh in this ball game.
And you know what, Dan? Shouldn't this be the way this drive ends?
Well,
a 4th and 2 on the.
I agree.
You know, it shouldn't be no long play. Dominic.
That's DeCibio.
DeCibio, run a nice play right here, and Piper, he made a real good throw right here, rolling out.
Well, you know what it seems that, Steve? He has, when he gets...
Watch him try to do a Jerry Rice.
He did try to, he was out of bounds. He has that, when he's rolling, and Pittsburgh calls a timeout, we're going to, while we have an opportunity, we got to say hello to the great friends of the program here, Steve, on the Comcast Game of the Week. There's DeCibio. But you know that Comcast Game, I was just going to say, when he's rolling, he throws the ball a lot better, it seems like. Comcast Game of the Week brought to you by these great friends of the program, Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria in Walnut Creek, Contra Costa Clean Water Program, and Mr. Funnelhead. Velocity Sports Performance in Concord. Brennan Theaters in Concord and Pittsburgh. We mentioned In Her Shoes with Cameron Diaz started this week. Hertz Equipment Rental. Peacock Expressions Gallery. You know them.
Yeah, they're on G Street in Antioch. They do a great job down there. Go see them. And I really love that Pirates back there on the gym behind the gym.
It's not the gym, that's the auditorium.
Oh, well, thank you, Dan. But I know it's
that's the gym.
I got you. The auditorium then. They did a great job on that.
Absolutely.
And you know, Dan, what a great way to end up this drive. You know what I mean? I mean, but I'll tell you what, regardless, I am so impressed with Deer Valley's defense, with their linebackers, Biagas, with Henry.
Well, remember, that's always been one of their hallmarks. Remember back, we did a game here 4 or 5 years ago. They had
Fernandez, Linares, Vinker, and
I know there's another.
McCullum. Those were the 4 best linebackers I've ever seen in high school, besides Marchetti and Jones and from Antioch in the early 70s. Panel.
Here it is, 4th down. Pfeiffer, pitch.
Oh,
Taylor.
He's going to walk in.
Touchdown. That play didn't work the first time. It certainly worked that time. He had a block out in front. I believe it was Johnson again, and Taylor scores from 2 yards out. So in the first 14 minutes of the ball game, Deer Valley runs every play but 2 on offense, and they finally get in, and they lead 6-0.
And real nice, Dan, on Pittsburgh's offensive line there, opening up for the guys. Johnson, Clark, Toena, Limley, and your boy,
Tuiasosopo.
Thank you.
I knew you didn't want to touch that one, Steve. Pena's kick is up and it's good.
Tuiasopopo.
You know, Sopo.
I can't do it, see?
7-0. Here's another look at it. Let's see if we can get that block out on the left side.
It's going to be a nice kick out right here. Here's Johnson. Number big 52. Watch Johnson. And right here, he's going to cut. Look at that kick out block, Dad. Perfect. You can't do no better than that.
Well, that was easy. They had it looked like they had a man on every body, and then of course the big block out in front. Here's some more great friends of the program: Amorosa Antique and Floral, Diablo Auto Sales, Jeffrey Hope, Doctor of Dentistry, GamePod Combat Airsoft, Antioch Opticians, Images of 3 Hair Salon, Recovery Carpet Care, Keith White and Brett Anoni, Doctors of Dentistry, Roger Fernando State Farm Insurance, the 19th Hole Casino and Lounge, Randy's Carpet Care, New Mecca Cafe. Thanks for the crew meal, guys. Bridgehead Self Storage and Rock Bottom Records.
What's coming out this week, Dan, in Rock Bottom? Any music?
Well, there's a couple things that only I would listen to, but there is one that the kiddies might like. Seven Dust has a new record coming out. They're a happening alternative rock band that you might like.
Dan, what a great first quarter. Kind of a strange one. We haven't seen nothing like that in a long time, where a team, especially like Pitt, controls the ball for so long and it only comes away with 7 points. I've seen these guys score 27 points in a quarter.
I've seen them score 27 points on 4 plays. Allen and number 1, Lionel Barnum are deep. Pena, onside kick. Oh, the ball's on the ground.
I think they got it back, though. I think they dodged a bullet.
Wow, Deer Valley recovers, and it's going to give them good field position at the 47-yard line of the Wolverines. The recovery was made by number 70 of the Wolverines, Malcolm McCorgery. We haven't even done this one yet. Here's the Pittsburgh defense. Savaseth, Lemley, Rubio, and Clark across the front line. Ayala, Ariano, and McDuffie are the linebackers. In the defensive backfield for Pittsburgh, Moffitt, Moore, Markham, and Brown. Head coach Vic Galley. Defensive coordinator Jeff Bridges lookalike Jimmy Shipe, longtime Pittsburgh head coach.
And I got to spend some time with Jimmy before the game. A lot of fun. Him and Coach Abano. They've done a great job here.
Allen smashes ahead for 2 on first down.
And now I see Frank McNally's over here now too, am I right? Here we go here, Dan. And here's where it gets real interesting. One thing, he does a perfect job of kicking it.
That's a beautiful
And here's the big bounce right here. And that's where the mistake's made. Reach it back. That's where the door opens. But number 70 is going to fall on it. Dodged a major bullet right there. Because if they'd have had the ball again right there, then just your defense, they're still getting their breath on the sidelines.
Well, they finally have the ball now at midfield. 2nd and 8. And just the 4th offensive play of the ball game for the Wolverines. Handoff is to the motion man. This is number 7, Daniel Cicerello. And Cicerello is knocked out of bounds after a short gain, maybe 2. We're going to give him 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 5, Steve. Well, we have an opportunity. We mentioned Coach Woods, Stiglich, Full, and Stevens over there on the sideline for Deer Valley. Dan Peters is the JV coach. Joella Allen is the principal. Tim Ryan, of course, the longtime AD over there. The Wolverines were 7-4 last year overall, 4-2 in the BVAL, lost in the first round of the playoffs. So Woods inherited a playoff team.
Absolutely. And that was Chris Allen, Dan, number 3 on that last carry.
They mark it back, Steve. He must have went out of bounds. It's 3rd and 8, and a penalty flies. Stanton overthrows Allen in the flat, and there's a penalty.
It's a dead play.
It is a dead ball. Now that we have a chance, let's tell you about the Pittsburgh coaching staff. Coach Galley, of course, played on the first championship team at De La Salle, coached over there.
False start. Offense. Still 3rd down.
He's in his 4th year at Pittsburgh. Jim Shipe, Alan Jobe, Frank McNally, John Abono, Mike Orlando, Ryan Brinkley, Mark Francisco, Salim Muhammad's the strength and conditioning coach and running back coach. Aaron Alatorre is the JV coach.
And Salim Muhammad, I got to spend some time with him before the game, and he's real excited about being back here and being a part about this whole big program. And he still looks good. He goes, I can still carry the ball.
Ken Simonton is on the sideline for the JV
Ken
team.
Simonton, and who could forget him at Oregon State? Heisman Trophy candidate there in his last season.
Tim Galley's the principal here, and Al Hurtado, the longtime BVL commissioner, is the athletic director of Pittsburgh High School. Stanton to throw. Throws far sideline, has a receiver, and he overshoots number 80, Josh Pica. Incomplete. It's going to bring up a punting situation here on 4th down.
Right. And Josh Pica, he ran a real nice route, a little down route right there, and a little sideline pattern, and he overthrew him. He was open, just overthrew him a little. He wishes he could have that one back.
You know, it's funny, Steve, after watching Deer Valley last year, you would have thought with the personnel they had coming back, returning quarterback, returning running back, and Jones played last year, that the offense would be ahead of the defense. But it looks like their defense can really play and really bring it. They've drugged this out, almost 2 quarters for Pittsburgh to score 1 touchdown. But the offense looks a little behind. Maybe just learning the new offense is what's done it.
Well, absolutely. Go ahead, Dave.
UPS shipping will be included on a $25 purchase of your copy of this game. You can have a DVD or a VHS tape. Call 933-6264. Ask for Metal Matt. And a low snap. And Stanton's going to have to get one off. It was nearly blocked. And a good kick this time. Takes a bounce and is down at the 16-yard line.
And that's a great kick by Stanton, Dan. He was under pressure. I know you can figure that out because I can't do math.
38-yard punt.
Thank you, Dan.
No return. Lito's Barber Shop on West 6th Street.
There's Lito. He's the barber. He's the main guy to the left. Jerry Alvarez. Jerry, I forgot the kid's last name, but you know what? That is a great place to get your hair cut. These guys are up and coming. They're on 6th Street in Antioch. Go see them.
Pantel's Music Box. Steve, you know the Pantels.
Ralph Keith and Mark Pantel. I'll tell you what's great about them. You go to, they back anything. You ever have a problem with any kind of music, you pull on in, they'll stop what they're doing, and they'll do everything they got to do to get your car back. But they have some great speakers and systems and everything there.
First down for Pittsburgh. 9:02 to go in the first half. They lead 7-0 here on the Comcast Game of the Week. DeCibio goes in motion. First down pitch. Taylor. And Taylor has some blocking. Makes a nice cut. And he's still on his feet. He's at the 30. And he's tackled at the 35-yard line by Allen. First down, 19-yard gain for the Pirates.
And Vermont, what a real nice run by Vermont Taylor right here, Dan. This just tells you what he's made of right here. Let's watch the replay right here. Just a simple pitch, and let's watch Cobb, see what Cobb does. Well, nobody wants no part of Cobb. So anyway, he turns up the field, and Cobb's still running with him. Look at that. You know he's going to get somebody. Look what he did. But anyway, great run by Mr. Taylor.
Very nice. As we mentioned, they lost their 2 starting running backs before the season even started.
Yep.
And now here's another kid comes in and is having a nice year.
Oh, yeah.
First down from the 35. Taylor again, and Taylor another big hole, another first down. Gain of 12, and so Pittsburgh's starting to wear down that Deer Valley defense. Not a shock here.
And another thing about Taylor, he's kind of a glider. As you can see when he gets in the secondary, Now watch this glide right here. Now watch this miss right here, Dan. You can't teach this right here. Watch this right here. Little shake and bake. Look at this. There's the shake. There's the bake. And then he gets tackled, but a real nice run by him. They move the chains.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Thunder and lightning. That's what he calls Cobb and Taylor. Coach Galley.
I like that.
Thunder and lightning. Guess what that was? That was lightning. Thunder knocked the guy about 9 yards back.
There you go. First down, 47-yard line of the Pirates. Right in front of us here. Pfeiffer rolling. This is where he's dangerous. Throws down the sideline. Has Mourning. Oh, and it's just out of the reach of Mourning at the 28-yard line. The coverage that time came from Swanson, and then Barnum came over late. But I like Pfeiffer out, rolling in that pocket to his right side.
And let's watch this right here, Dan. And you know what? We always like the quarterback roll. Gives him lots. Watch this throw. And Mourning almost makes a great catch right here. There's where look at that. Athletic ability right there. That's a great shot of Mourning. I can see why Coach Vic Galley's big on him.
Pfeiffer 6 of 9 for 60 yards. You know, Steve, De La Salle's only lost 4 games in the last 2 years, all to De La Salle.
Right.
And last year they were 10-2. There's the 2 losses, 6-0. They won the BVAL, and they very well could win it again this year. Pfeiffer, draw play. This is Cobb. And this time that was snuffed out. A nice play by number 32. You know who that is, Steve? That's your boy, Abunike Chuba.
Chuba?
Yes. You gonna say
Abunike.
something? I was gonna say something about
Abunike.
Havana or something like that.
No. Just I tell you, he's been all over. Look at this right here. And you know what? One thing about him, look at his strength right there. Once he grabs you, you're pretty much a done deal. End of story. Party's over. Turn out the lights. Everything.
I knew you were coming up with something. I saw the wheels turning.
Go ahead, Dan.
7:18 to go here, second quarter. 3rd and 16 after the loss. Pfeiffer short drop throws, far sideline to DeCibio, and DeCibio is going to get about 6 back before he's thrown out of bounds by Barnum. It's going to bring up a 4th and about 10 yards from just on this side, depending on the spot, Steve.
Yep.
They're actually spotting it even farther back.
It's about 10 and a half yards.
10 yards. And so Pittsburgh will punt.
They will punt. They got to punt. As much as they'd like to go for it, Coach Galley's going, hey, I got to play a little bit of field position right here.
Someone came up to me the other day, Steve, and he goes, hey, we don't punt.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple teams that don't punt.
Well, Ignacio Valley.
You're going to like this kid's leg, Dad. Watch his kick. We've been seeing some good kickers. You notice that lately in high school?
It's been better than some of the years that we've had.
Watch this guy kick the ball, Dad.
This is Payne.
I've been watching him.
And a penalty.
Okay, then let's watch a penalty come out instead of him kick it.
This is probably either too much time or a procedure penalty on Pittsburgh.
Watch, they're going to move him back 5.
Flag on the play.
Some guy, you know, last year, Steve.
False start on the offense. Still 4th down.
So it'll be 4th and 15. There were some great players here last year. Here's some of the names.
Okay.
Jason Crowley, Derek Blanche, Saka Fafidi on the rocks. We saw him and his brother. Matt Lemley played last year. Tyree Molecue, his brother's on the team.
I talked to Tyree before the game.
Lucius Mills, Kyle Pfeiffer was down there before the game.
We got
Tino
to spend some time with him.
Derek Davis, Willie Brown. We'll talk a little bit more about where those guys are, but there were some great players here last year. High snap, Pena gets it off, and it's a good kick on a high snap, and it's taken by Allen in a pack, and Allen has some room. Allen's at the 50, and Allen could go. Allen's at the 30. He's got a blocker. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. There's a penalty flag back at the 33-yard line, and I think this one's coming back.
Well, Dan, I don't know. We're going to have to see. I don't know if it's coming back or not, but I can tell you what. Yeah, they're pointing towards the Deer Valley way. And that's sad because I'll tell you what, you know, you'd like to let these guys play. And I don't know how bad it was, but boy, you hate to take that away from a kid.
In the back, above the waist, on the run back.
Okay. That's too bad. I'd like to get a replay of this right here, Dan. What a great run by Allen. And he's going to show you right here. Now watch this right here, Dan. Right here, there's the first miss. That's what he does best. Okay? And right here, all I can say is Elvis Allen has left the building.
See you later. He could have left the building. He could have ran all the way back to Antioch.
But that shows you what he's made of right there. What a great run. He gets in that secondary. Now we're going to show the block in the black down. Let's see if we can't get it right here. That's, well, that might have been it right there.
There's actually two.
Oh, there it is right there, right in front of you. That's a good call. That's a good call.
But like you said, it's kind of sad that you take away a great play. Deer Valley would have been back in the game with that touchdown, but now they start at the 28-yard line. 5:54 to go, second quarter. Pittsburgh 7, Deer Valley nothing. A lot of motion and faking in there, and after all that, the handoff is to Jones, and he gains 1 yard.
Yeah. And you know, right here, Dan, with 5:47 to go, if they could come down and get something on this drive, Dan, they could really change the momentum of this game. Go ahead, talk about some of them players,
well,
Dan.
I saw
Davis, go ahead.
a lot of those guys. Also, Avery Pasalacqua. There's another great name from the past. Dominic Cardinale, Ramon Rodriguez, Raphael Itzen we saw before the game.
We talked to Raphael Itzen before the game.
Joseph Blackman. Crowley is redshirting at Fresno State. He's one of the players. We have another whole list of them. We'll like to say hi to them. But, you know, Pittsburgh, their legacy here at Pittsburgh High School for football is tremendous. They've sent a number of players into professional football. There's a pass and good defense that time on the far sideline. Number 2 was there for Pittsburgh, Tashani Brown. Also number 24, Maurice Moore. And the pass is incomplete. And Deer Valley on offense, Steve, they haven't done it. Defense is keeping them in the game.
Let's watch this. It's a 2-step drop. He's going to watch this. Oh, that's, well, you know, a little bit out, but Dasani Brown did a real good job defensively right there. Not a very good stow by Straighten, but you know what?
By Stanton.
I'm sorry, I said Straighten. No, there's another Straighten. No,
Aaron Straight.
Yeah. And he's at Sac City.
Or
he
Sac
came back.
Okay.
Yeah, Sac City. Anyway, go ahead, Dan.
I'll straighten you out on that one, Steve. That was a joke. Stanton on 3rd down. A fumble. The ball's on the ground. I believe Deer Valley fell on it back at the 21-yard line. But, wow, Steve. There's number 52 for Deer Valley falling on the ball. That's Telvis Jones. But, wow, what a difference offensively and defensively for
well, Telvis Jones is a little frustrated, but you know what, son? You got that ball. It would have been very, very bad news if they run here. It's a strip. There's a nice strip from behind. That's the way it usually happens. And what's number 52? He's all over that. Good job. Stanton, he had a good punt his last time. Let's see what he does.
On the play, 4th and 11. The ball spotted at the 28-yard line.
They came close to blocking it last time, Dan.
Bad snap again. Good block there, though. Then Stanton gets the kickoff, and it comes down to Moore at the 45. Moore makes a move. Moore now has a couple of blockers, makes another move, and he has a 6-yard return up to the 49-yard line of Deer Valley. That's where the Pirates will take over with 4:16 to go. 7-0 Pittsburgh. Queen Bee's Quilt Shop, downtown Antioch.
And they do a great job down there. There's Go Cycles down there on 2nd Street, the biggest helmet selection of any motorcycle in Northern California shop. Go see them. They're on 2nd Street.
Williams Company, real estate services for the 21st century.
What a great job Cindy Williams does. All of the residential and business. The Williams Company, how many times do you see that sign up in green all over Antioch?
Fitness 19 and Neosho Valley Road, 935-1132.
I would go there, but they would laugh at me when I walk in. But I need to go there.
You're the core objective for their audience.
Right, I need to go there.
First down.
But that's a great gym. Fitness 24, one of the best.
Pfeiffer fakes, throws. It's intercepted. A tipped and intercepted.
And he's got a wall here.
Oh, a lot of great blocking down the field. Chuba all the way back to the 32-yard line. Deer Valley in business after the interception, Steve.
And I think what you're going to see, Dan, it could be, I think it was Allen who went up with him and kind of broke up the pass. Let's see if number 3's involved on this play, Dan. Just a 3-step drop, a little pump fake right there for the safety to bite. And watch it. So let's see if Chris Allen, number 3, is there. Yeah, he's in on it. Figures with the speed. And right here, you can see where the wall was set up, Dan. And he had a real nice return. And he has been, this whole defense has been carrying the offense all night.
Absolutely. Deer Valley and their special teams without the penalty, they're the whole game so far. Barnum outside, and Allen could not pick up number 80 for Pittsburgh Morning as he came in from his cornerback position, and a loss of 3 on the play. So it's just night and day.
Yeah, it is.
So far.
But Dan, on this fly offense, what happened right there, they just had big-time penetration. With the fly offense, every once in a while you got to get lucky. You got to put the ball in the first guy instead of the second guy, but when you got it set up to give the second guy, you give it away anyway, Dan. But that's when the fly offense, they had that spelt out. They buckled down the offensive line on that side and got nothing on it.
-1 total yards for the Wolverines tonight after that loss, Steve. Stanton throws, has Allen out in the flat, and Allen maybe gains 1. So it's going to be 3rd and 12 with 3:18 to go. And it looks like Deer Valley, really, their defense is going to have to win the game for them tonight, Steve.
Let's watch Curry Markham right here with this tackle right here. Good open field right there. Just brings him down. That's how come Coach Galley's so big on his secondary right there. They tackle very well one-on-one.
There's Coach Woods and the Deer Valley High School coaching staff on the far sideline.
Kind of a mellow guy.
He's very mellow, but he's got some fun stories.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you a little bit about him here when we have a chance. Played a little minor league football down in Southern California. Tell me a funny story about an airplane flight they took to Tulsa, Oklahoma the other day. This is out of the hands of Allen. And you know what? Not only, they just look tentative on offense. Yeah. That pass right there was behind Allen. They're not really going down the field with any of this stuff. It's all swing passes and running. And they just need to get comfortable in their offense, Steve.
Well, you're absolutely right, Dan, but as a coach, and right there it's in front of him a little bit. You need to catch that ball, but that's okay. He'll catch the next one. But my point is this here, Dan. You go in the locker room, guys, we have gained a -1 yard on offense. We're down 7-0. You know, so you got in high school, you always got to look on the other side of the spectrum. And that's what you'll do as coach. I'm sure Coach Woods will do that.
Timeout, Deer Valley. We're going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll be right back in Pittsburgh.
Finest beach shop,
Great Mexican food, home of the famous margarita, and fun and food in a festive environment. That's Celia's of Antioch. For over 30 years, Celia's has served specialties like fajita supreme, camarones a la ranchera, and other great Mexican food that has brought people from around the area to eat. Every Thursday night is live music from Trio and Saturday night mariachis. That's Celia's of Antioch for great Mexican food. Since 1980, Fresky Air Systems Incorporated has been keeping Contra Costa cool and comfortable. With an expert crew of technicians and staff, let Fresky be your indoor comfort professionals. Our Lennox Signature home comfort systems are designed to deliver efficient and economical air and heat for your individual needs. Air conditioning to heating, duct cleaning to emergency service calls. Fresky has you covered. From the homeowner to the commercial world, Fresky Air Systems Incorporated. Reliable and trusted service since 1980.
Back at Pittsburg High School, you know, it is an improvement, though, Steve. Last year, Pittsburgh beat Deer Valley 61-19, and they have had great success against the Wolverines. Right. We did a game here about 4 or 5 years ago from the far sideline when we didn't have a press box. I believe it was 24-20 Pittsburgh. Remember, Deer Valley had the ball late on a big drive and came up short at the very end of the game. So a very competitive game here so far. But Deer Valley's offense, no yards and no first down so far in the ball game. 4th and 12, big 4th down play. Stanton to throw, has some time, shoots one, has a receiver. It's Barnum, and Barnum has a first down. So the first big play of the game, the first down of the game. And there's going to be a penalty, and it's roughing the passer. This is going to put them into a great scoring position, probably down near about the 10-yard line after the penalty.
And Dan, what a change of series of events right here. They went for it on 4th down. Coach Woods has got to say, hey, you know, I got confidence in my defense right now. That's what he's thinking. But he threw it down.
He had time that time.
Huh?
He had time.
He had time. He really had nice form in it. As I like to say, stood tall in the pocket.
He did stand tall in the pocket.
He stand tall in the pocket if you see him. But he delivered the ball. Now you got a 15-yard for roughing the passer. They're right next. They're in the red zone. They're on the 19-yard line.
That's right. 6'2", 220 is Taylor Stanton. He does stand tall in the pocket.
He stands tall in the pocket. As you can tell, I got a lot of sleep tonight.
I can tell. And a lot of Mountain Dew.
It wouldn't be prudent at this juncture to step on your toes. I'm just going to let you roll with
foul. Roughing the passer. Automatic first down.
Wait a minute. It wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. My goodness.
Yes.
Well, have you been reading up a little during the week coming in?
With my granddaughter, I've been doing the hop on pop, those kind of things. Go ahead, Dan.
Inside the 10 at the 9-yard line, first down. Deer Valley's first foray into this area tonight. And the handoff, I believe that's Allen.
That is Allen.
And he is tackled at the 4-yard line after a gain of 5. Maurice Moore was there to make the tackle. And it's now with 2:15 to go in the first half. Deer Valley scores. They're right back in this one, Steve.
And Dan, you know what? I mean, he's even better than being behind, absolutely. But look at Allen right here. You can see what he's all made of. You know, he's being recruited by 4 or 5 colleges, Oregon State, Utah, Nevada, Reno. There's a lot of people looking at him. They say he's too small, but you know what? They said Mo Jones-Drew was too small, too.
They said Ken Simonton was too small.
Yeah. The small guys are starting to make a comeback.
Handoff.
He's in.
Allen, touchdown. So Deer Valley comes back at 4th and 12, conversion. The penalty puts them into the red zone. They score after 2 plays, and with an extra pointer, we could be tied, Steve.
Dan, we really could, but the big thing about this is that -1 yard on offense, you got rid of that.
There's the Wolverine.
There's the Wolverine. He walked all the way over here. He heard they were making a comeback. He didn't show up. Look at him. He's firing the guys up. That's what school spirit's all about.
He kind of looks like one of the other he looks like the cougar, but maybe they only have so many heads.
Well, you know what he is? I'm telling you, he's a dog who has a drug problem is what he is. Look at him. He's all messed up. He needs to go to rehab, that wolf over there. That Wolverine. There's a nice kick. Look at that guy kick, man.
The kick is up. It's good. 7-7 with 1:44 to go. We got a good one tonight. And we haven't had a lot of great ones early in the season.
No,
Steve.
we haven't. And you know what, Dan? And here's the play. Here's Mr. Allen right here. And look at him. Low to the ground. I like that gravity stuff. He just picks his little holes right there. What a great player, I'll tell you. Great kid, too. I've known Chris Allen for a long time. I had the opportunity to coach him on an all-star team. What a great kid. I got to talk up to him. He goes, hey, Coach Steve. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Join the Game of the Week team. Increase awareness of your business. Call 933-6264. Send us an email at gameoftheweek@comcast.net. That's GOTW at comcast.net.
And folks, and not only, go ahead, Dan, I want you to finish up.
Well, you should tell this one. You used to work at UPS.
If you order a copy of the Game of the Week, Metal Matt will get one ready for you. UPS to bring it right to your front door. And you got his first email on one. You can go to email. Yeah. gameoftheweek@comcast.net. If you do that, and believe me, Matt does a great job over there. And Matt, he'll send it right to your door. UPS will leave it at your door for you.
At the door.
And then you could call them. Yeah, and we'll leave it for you. Then you call them, tell them you never got one. We'll send you another.
Don't forget, next week we'll be in Danville. Monta Vista, who's undefeated tonight, going into a game against Livermore, will play Freedom, who could be 4-1 next week. That should be a fun game.
Go ahead, Dan.
Coach Babcock said hi to all you, too, on the crew. I talked to him earlier this week. That comes down to number 2, Tashani Brown, right at the goal line. And Brown's still on his feet all the way out to the 30-yard line. Good return. Jones was in there to help make the tackle with number 80, Josh Pika. Pittsburgh has 1:37 to try to go down and get some more points on the board. Now remember, Steve, Deer Valley gets the ball in the second half.
And let's give Chris Jones some airtime on that. What a great special play. You're going to see him coming in the special teams play, because, Dan, I'm telling you, they had a wall set up right here. It looked real nice from the get-go. Watch him pick his spots here. Watch him come in. This is a great tackle on special teams. He just said enough of this nonsense.
They mark it at the 30, first down. Pfeiffer, we've seen this a lot in the first half. Good block, throws back over the middle, Mourning, and he is separated not only from the field but from the ball. And that is, I believe that's number 3 again, Allen. Those numbers, Steve, we got to have a talk with them about the numbers.
It's Chris Allen, and I'll tell you what, this kid's doing. I mean, you've got to love this kid as a player. I think he's being recruited as a cornerback, Dan. But look at this right here. Well, we're not going to see it, but I'll tell you what, he's separated from the ball. What perfect timing. 2 great players right there coming head to head.
Decleated is what they call that.
Decleated. That's
yeah,
what
he
happened.
Decleated.
That's very good, Dan.
Thank you.
That's what the kids call it. You've been running around my son on weekends.
Oh yeah, he comes over, listens to old 70s heavy metal with me. That's it. Pitch. This is Taylor. Cobb, nice block out front. Nice cut that time as Taylor gains about 7. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 3 here with 1:20 to go in the first half in a very, very competitive 7-7 ball game tonight from Pittsburgh High School.
Oh yeah, and Mike Foster, number 56, he was in on that play.
No huddle for Pittsburgh. They're going to go. They need about 3 here after the spot. Saving their timeouts here. Deer Valley shows blitz, backs off, Pfeiffer throws, sideline to Sibio, has a first down. Barnum knocks him out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Gain of 8.
And you know what's so nice about that play, Dan? You watch, Coach Galley's going to go. That's wide open every time. I mean, you take that little, if you want a little 8-yarder, what's this? 2-step drop. Okay, I'm wrong. It's a 4-step with a shovel. Okay, and look at this, though. That's going to be open all day long.
You were close, though.
Yeah. I thought he stopped it.
It's not like it was a 7-step drop.
No, but what a great game, Dan. Here we go.
From the 45, exactly 1 minute to play here in the first half. And now the officials come in. I think they're going to respot the ball here. Yeah, I think it might have blown away, though. A little bit of a breeze out here tonight.
I love the fall. I just love it.
Yep, it's a nice time of year. Yep. Hockey started this week, and I've been having a good time watching hockey for the first couple days. Handoff, Taylor. Taylor, a little shuffle. Gains about 7.
I'll tell you what they've done, Dan, and I think you're going to realize this too. They found a little something on that left side of the Pittsburgh line in Deer Valley, and they've been running that play. It's been getting about 6-7 every time they do it, and he's close to breaking one on that left side.
No huddle. Pfeiffer to throw. Deep drop this time. down the sideline, has Mourning. Mourning pushes off a little bit. There's no flag on the play, but it's incomplete. No harm, no foul. Down by the 20-yard line. 32 seconds to go. Going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Pirates.
Lionel Barnum played that real well, Dan. If you looked, he didn't bite. There's Coach Galley. He's about as nervous as a squirrel in a nut factory, this guy right here. But what you do, Dan, he didn't bite on the pump fake, and he turned around and looked at the ball the whole way with his head turned. That's a perfect way to play that play.
Yeah, Coach Galley, it's like Monday morning, 10 o'clock, he goes, where you been?
Yeah.
Like, he's waiting for us to call.
Oh, I know. Great guy.
He is. He loves football.
He does. He loves what he does.
He's talking about his fantasy team with me. Pfeiffer to throw. Has DeCibio. DeCibio's the possession guy, you can tell.
Yep.
And he gets a first down, out of bounds at the 42-yard line. First down, gain of 6. Pittsburgh has 26 seconds. Steve, can they get down the field to score here?
This is Pittsburgh. They can get down. They can go to Vacaville and get us some coffee by the time they're done here. But yeah, Dan, right there, he is the possession guy. Real nice hands. I like his hands. And right now, I like the way Pfeiffer's starting to really get a little comfortable underneath his feet right there. And that could be trouble in the second half. Hernandez checks in.
Irregardless, the Pittsburgh Pirates have the time possession's got to be in this, 24 minutes, 20-4. First down. Pfeiffer, pitch. Here's that play again. This
Left side, Dan.
And he's got room. Taylor, he's at the 30, out of bounds, right at the 30-yard line. Allen knocked him out. Gain on the play, 12, first down, 21 seconds to go. They're getting closer. You got to think right now, Deer Valley's kind of going, wow, we played a great half, and we're really not now. The defense is kind of letting them go down the field. They're not getting in there. They're not making the hits. They're not getting the pressure on the quarterback. Here's a look at it.
Let's watch number 8. He's going to be on it too, Dan. Jaron Butler, number 8, and number 3. Here comes number 8 to clean up the mess, both of them. So
they must like Johnson out in front. He's always out there.
Well, I mean, I see that guy coming at me. I'm going to just
it's like Lemley seals, and Johnson is out with the speed, is out in front with the pull blocks.
Take it, Dan.
First down, Pfeiffer. Plenty of time. Now he's forced out.
Oh, he had a guy, Dan.
And he throws to Mourning, and he drops it at the 24-yard line.
He had a guy running a crossing pattern that was wide open. He missed him. If he would have seen him, he had 7, and they're going to talk about that because they seen it too.
Steve, though, there's 2 passes that are really hard to throw for a high school quarterback. Crossing pattern over the middle or deep sideline. There's Pena on the sideline.
The deep out, absolutely. That's really a tough one. There's Pena, and he's got a leg, I'm telling you. And he could kick the ball anywhere from 45 in. 45 is about the max. Listen to this right here. Huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's scary.
I'd be ducking in my neighborhood.
Would be too. Second down. 14 seconds to go here in the first half. 7-7 ball game. Pfeiffer to throw again. Rolling, steps up, throws. And he overthrows DeCibio, and there was triple coverage out there. Threw right in front of Barnum was there, along with Swanson and Allen. And I think they might have one more shot, and then they'll have to kick the field goal.
Yeah, Dan, with 8.9, they're going to probably get one more shot. And this is a little far for him anyway.
I would throw that little 10-yard out to DeCibio and just get closer. Get down to about the 20 and then take my chances with the 37-yarder.
Absolutely. Or you got on the other side, too. He's nothing to say. Jared Mourning, number 80, he's a great little player. They picked up 9 yards on that first one of this drive. It looked like he was pretty much there all day, too. So they got a couple ways they could go here,
Pittsburgh calls timeout. 8.9 seconds to go. 7-7. Good game so far. Let's say hi to the great friends of the program here on the Comcast Game of the Week. Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria in Walnut Creek.
Great pizza.
Velocity Sports Performance.
Take your kid there if you want to advance.
Game Pod Combat Airsoft.
If your kid, well, I don't know what to tell you on that.
Diablo Auto Sales of Antioch.
For all your new used cars, go there.
Amorosa Antique and Floral.
Go down to Antioch on the Rivertown Jamboree down there where they had it. It's all there.
Mazet Pontiac in Pittsburgh. Huge selection out there. New location. ParamountTechnology.com.
For any kind of computer needs, get a hold of them people.
There's the crew, the Flag Girls and the band. Of course, the Pirate Marching Band. They're always winning awards. They've been to bowl games, and they're always out here having a big. They're going to do the big pit thing at halftime.
And Dan, no matter how many times I come here to a pit game and I see that band come out, I get goosebumps.
You do?
I do. I really do. For a high school band, they are so good. Okay, I don't get goosebumps. I get excited a little bit.
You get a little excited.
Yeah, you called me on that one. You had me.
Pfeiffer to throw. Throws a quick one for Mourning, and it's incomplete. 5.5 seconds to go. I have to think that if they have the faith in Pena, they would try the 47-yard field goal now, but maybe they're going to try one more quick play.
You know what? You might see something where they do just a little out for 3 or 4 yards just to get him a little bit closer.
Depends on where he likes to kick from, too. If he likes the left or right hash mark. I would assume the left hash mark. That's where they are now with 5.5 seconds to go. Deer Valley's defense has played a great game. Now Pittsburgh takes another timeout. Let's say hi to the rest of our great friends of the program. Thanks to all of our great sponsors here. Keith White and Brett Anoni, Doctors of Dentistry, Roger Fernando, State Farm Insurance. We'll see Roger in a couple weeks.
Yes,
he's an assistant coach at Ocalanis High School.
You bet.
19th Hole Casino and Lounge, Randy's Carpet Care, the New Mecca Cafe. Thanks for tonight's crew meal. Bridgehead Self Storage, Rock Bottom Records, Amorosa Antique and Floral, Diablo Auto Sales, Jeffrey Hogue, Doctor of Dentistry, Game Pod, Combat Airsoft, Antioch Opticians. Hi to Greg Vallejo and his staff. Images of 3 Hair Salon. Hi to the girls down there. You know them, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
And Recovery Carpet Care.
Steve Spiegel at Recovery Carpet Cleaning. Go see him. I'll tell you what, they do a great job of cleaning your carpet. And if you want a copy of this game, get a hold of Metal Matt either through the computer, Game of the Week at Comcast.net, or give Metal Matt a call. He'll send it right to you.
And
we want
do we have a CC Rock after the game tonight?
You'd have to talk to Matt.
I don't know.
He's got all kinds of stuff
He usually zips it into your head.
There you go.
There it is after the game, UFO. They're real quick in the truck. They follow our every move.
Yeah.
UFO, of course, in San Francisco back in July. It seems like an eternity ago, Steve, for me. But Phil Mogg and the boys. That's Jason Bonham, John Bonham's son from Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin on the drums?
Yeah. Looks like they're going to go to the end zone. 2 wide receivers, far side. Last play, perhaps, here of the half.
They are.
Pfeiffer rolling, throwing to the end zone. Has a receiver down there.
That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown, Dan.
That's a touchdown. Oh, what a play! Mourning, 30 yards from Pfeiffer. Last play of the half. Touchdown. Pittsburgh leads 13-7. Wow, you just don't. After all this great defense, Deer Valley fell asleep on the very last play, Steve.
And you know, Dan, that's how come they coach down there and we call the game up here. They knew what they got. They went to their playmaker and they said, hey, we've got nothing to lose. Let's go to him. And what great hands he has, huh, Dan?
Right after the point, we'll take a look at it, but it looks like he just split the corner and the safety, and Pfeiffer put it right on the money, right in the corner. Little corner pattern, flag type pattern.
Little flag pattern, just did a fly and then cut to the corner, and they threw it to the corner.
Pena's kick is up. And he drew. Oh, he missed it. He missed it.
That could be big.
To the left. Could be 13-7. Before we get out of here, let's take a look at the touchdown.
And watch this here, Dan. And the thing is, he had all the time in the world. Rolling out like you like to see. Through this. Now watch where he threw this ball and where he caught it. Watch this, Dan. It's unbelievable. Look at that. 1 foot in. And you know what? Well, that looked pretty close there at the end. You know, I'd like to see on the side. But anyway, Dan, go ahead, do your thing.
In front of Barnum and Allen, 13-7 Pittsburgh at halftime. We'll be back with stats and highlights after this on the Comcast Game of the Week.
Thanks, Coach.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Before we send it out here, Coach Galley is going to spend a couple of minutes with Tony Schultz. Down to Tony and Coach Galley.
All right, with Pittsburgh head coach Vic Galley. Coach, tell us about the first half. What's your take on the first 2 quarters?
Shooting ourselves in the foot. They're coming hard. They're playing hard. I mean, so they're putting some pressure on us. We got some guys open. We just need to protect the quarterback to get him the ball. And luckily at the end there, we put a little dagger.
Let's talk about something a little more positive. How about that 2-minute offense and that last play for the touchdown?
It was good. I mean, we were actually setting up for a field goal, but once we didn't get the out there, so we had to throw something up, and we let our big play guy make a play, and he did. So hopefully, we kind of stopped the momentum a little bit. We come back the second half and put the dagger in him. I hope. So they're playing tough.
Coach, thank you very much. Right. Vic Galley, let's go back upstairs now to Dan and Steve.
On New Year's Eve, he's probably a little bit worried.
Well, he is. And the Sopranos, if they ever need a guy, they got Vic Galley.
They got rid of the one guy, so he's got to be the next guy in line.
This is Pittsburgh.
13-7. 13-7 Pirates at halftime. We'll be back with stats and highlights after this.
Hi, I'm Rocco Bialy, and this is my family.
I'm Dante. I'm Dominic. And I'm Mina.
For the past 5 years, Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria has been the proud sponsor of the Comcast High School Game of the Week. As a neighborhood restaurant, being part of our community has been very important to my family and staff. I'd like to personally invite you to become part of our family. Great pizza, great pasta, and great people. Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria, a part of your community.
Tonight's Comcast Game of the Week is made possible in part by a generous donation from the dentistry offices of Keith White and Brett Annoni DDS. Keith White and Brett Annoni have been serving Central Contra Costa County for years with a personal commitment to their patients in uncompromising dental care with an atmosphere of comfort and experience. With state-of-the-art sterilization techniques and equipment, which includes digital x-rays, their staff of highly trained professionals will make your every visit one you'll look forward to in the future. That's Keith White and Brett Annoni DDS and staff. State Farm agent Roger Fernando, located in the Crow Canyon Commons Shopping Center in San Ramon. When a coach understands the player's strengths, developing a winning strategy is easy. That's also true with State Farm agent Roger Fernando. Roger knows your insurance and financial situation isn't exactly like anyone else's. But like a great coach, Roger and his team of professionals create a strategy to meet your individual needs. See State Farm agent Roger Fernando and his team at 3211A Crow Canyon Place in San Ramon. The 19th Hole Casino at West Tregallis Road. Established in 1967, the 19th Hole has been completely renovated. Open 7 days a week, they feature Texas Hold'em, No Bust 21 Blackjack, Lowball, High-Low Split, Pai Gow, and provide Keno and lottery sales. Every Tuesday and Wednesday, beginning at 5:30 p.m., it's a no-limit Texas Hold'em shootout with winner-take-all. Friday and Saturday night is karaoke at 9 p.m., and Sunday at 9 a.m. is the NFL ticket on all the 14 TVs. And come play in the Sunday no-limit Texas Hold'em tournament. That's the 19th hole behind the post office in Antioch. Make big messes no longer a problem. Experience the difference in a real professional. Randy's Carpet Care. Improve your indoor living to a clean, healthy environment. IICRC certified master cleaning specialist in carpet, upholstery, odor control, and stain removal. Owner-operator and family friendly. Call today to reserve your spot. Randy's Carpet Care. We exist to serve you. Call 925-518-1088. Bridgehead Self-Storage of Antioch, located behind Kmart off Highway 4 and East 18th Street. Bridgehead Self-Storage has from 5x6 to 10x40 24-hour security units for those extra things you just can't fit in the garage anymore. RV and boat storage spaces are also available, along with packing and moving supplies. That's Bridgehead Self-Storage of Antioch, behind Kmart off Highway 4. The new Mecca Cafe on Railroad Avenue in downtown Pittsburgh. Serving Contra Costa and beyond for over 30 years. Eat in or order to go. Guillermo and his crew cook with pride. Rock Bottom Records in Antioch. We buy and sell used DVDs and CDs 7 days a week. Listen to any compact disc in the store in one of our in-store listening stations. Special order millions of discs or DVDs on the Muse on our in-store computer that can find just about any release on Earth. T-shirts, posters, blacklights, stickers, and one of the biggest selections of cassettes anywhere. This year celebrating our 25th year anniversary. Antioch Opticians Glasses and Contact Lenses in the Rayleigh Shopping Center on Lone Tree Way in Antioch. Since 1973, Antioch Opticians has carried over 3,000 frames to meet your special needs and repair broken frames. They have their own in-house laboratory for fast, accurate service. 1 hour service in most cases. That's Antioch Opticians, 3714 Lone Tree Way in Antioch. Thanks again to all of our friends from the Comcast Game of the Week.
I got one! Quick, reel it in! Hey, look, it's already marinated.
No, it's dead and it's covered with oil and grime. And you don't marinate fish.
It's dead, but why?
Because of that guy. He's dumping his used oil and filter on the ground next to the delta.
Look, here comes Mr. Funnelhead to save the delta.
No, the world.
Hey, stop that! Don't you know that by dumping your used oil and filters into the delta, you're destroying our water supply? Too many gallons of used oil and sewage have already contaminated our waters. And even though the average used oil filter looks empty, it still contains up to a cup of used motor oil. Take your used oil and filters to a certified used oil recycling center where they can properly recycle the oil and filter for a better tomorrow. Call 1-800-NO-DUMPING or check out our website at www.funnelhead.com.
Looking for quality equipment rental with a helpful, friendly staff? Hertz Equipment Rental at Pacheco has over 4,100 pieces of reliable equipment to choose from, ready for delivery. Or if you're looking to purchase equipment, check out our pre-owned equipment sales list for super bargains on well-maintained pre-owned equipment. With Hertz, you have the right tool to get the job done. That's Hertz Equipment Rental at their new location, 30 South Buchanan Circle in Pacheco. Call Hertz today, 925-680-0316.
What is a coach? A teacher, a motivator, a leader, the person who sees your athletic potential and maximizes it, regardless of the sport. At Velocity Sports Performance, you train with a highly qualified coach every time you train. Your coach makes you work hard, but your coach makes you a better athlete. Train with a coach who knows. Velocity Sports Performance. Maximize your potential. We guarantee it.
Is your laptop or home computer driving you crazy? Paramount Technology of Concord has the answers. Located behind Tower Records in Concord, Paramount Technology has it all. Quick in-house laptop repair and servicing, mobile computer service calls, and great customer service for those wishing to have a computer made to your specifications. Your computer wizards with expert service and products for today's computer world. That's Paramount Technology of Concord at 1252 Diamond Boulevard in Concord, the computer wizards of Contra Costa.
Dan Wall and Steve Sanchez back at Pittsburg High School, 13-7 Pittsburgh after the late touchdown. And here's the statistics from the first half, and very lopsided offensively for the Pittsburgh Pirates, 159-21. You can see that, Steve, but Deer Valley's defense still did play a very good first half.
Oh, Dan, they came out like a running of the Bulls. They were everywhere. They played a real great swarming defense, and I expect more of it.
Some of the leaders, Taylor has 72 yards rushing for Pittsburgh. Piper has thrown for 101 yards and a touchdown. Morning has 3 catches for 50 yards. DeCibio 4 for 47. For Deer Valley, Allen has 13 yards rushing and a touchdown. Stanton just 2 completions for 14 yards, but they got a touchdown and they get the ball to start the second half. Here's the highlights from the first half of tonight's ball game.
This is right here. This is early, Dan. This is the fumble. Yeah, when they kicked it around a little bit, and that was, I think, their second possession on offense.
That was the first. It was a second play.
Yes.
Yes.
Second play. Yeah.
And here's pitch to Taylor.
And this is the one they found out. This is the one that was working right here with Johnson pulling number 52. And not only did they get a touchdown, but they used that throughout the game to get most of his yards on that left side running.
Here's Piper. I believe this is the interception.
Oh, this may be...
It's Chuba.
This is the interception. That's where Chris Allen goes up, went for the ball, and Chuba right here is down the sidelines, and they did a real good job at stopping him here because he had a little bit of real estate in front of him and some student body with him.
And the touchdown that tied the ball game, Allen a 3-yard run.
Man, I like him. He's a good player.
But then here's the last play of the first half. From the 30-yard line, Piper had time, and he looked down the far sideline, found Morning between 2 defenders, and look at this pass and this catch.
And you know what you do, Dan? Whenever you're desperate, you go to your playmaker.
That's what they did.
And you heard what the coach said, and that's what they did. They converted them.
13-7, Pittsburgh will be back with third quarter action from Pittsburgh High School after this.
Tonight's Comcast Game of the Week is made possible in part by a generous donation from Amaurosis Antique and Floral in Antioch, located at 204 G Street in the Old Rivertown District of Antioch. Amaurosis specializes in fresh flowers for weddings and special events with a large variety of gift items such as French soaps and candles, French jewelry, tea sets, and more. Come by today and let Amaurosis find that special gift for that special someone. That's Amaurosis Antique and Floral in the historic Rivertown District of downtown Antioch. Looking for a car or truck but having trouble getting approved credit? Let Diablo Auto Sales of Antioch find that perfect vehicle that fits your every need. With great customer service, selection, and a qualified sales staff, Diablo Auto Sales of Antioch can make your next car a reality. Se habla español. That's Diablo Auto Sales of Antioch at 1006 West 10th Street in downtown Antioch. The dentistry offices of Jeffrey Hogue DDS. Jeffrey Hogue DDS and his staff has been serving East County for years with a personal commitment to their clients in uncompromising dental care with an atmosphere of comfort and experience. With state-of-the-art sterilization techniques and equipment, their staff of highly trained professionals will make your every visit one you'll look forward to in the future. That's Jeffrey Hogue, DDS and staff at 5201 Deer Valley Road, Suite 3A in Antioch. There are two types of airsoft players, the well-equipped and the targets. GamePod Combat Airsoft provides one of the largest selections of airsoft inventory in the U.S. From beginners to advanced players, GamePod has it all. Specializing in competition-grade airsoft guns and accessories, BDUs, hydration systems, accessories, night vision, and the all-new Raptor fast attack vehicles. GamePod, where the elite will meet. Restore your carpet with recovery carpet cleaning. It's the only way to clean your home, business, car, RV, or boat. Receive professional and dependable service with a brand new state-of-the-art truck-mounted system. This system will restore and clean your carpet and upholstery with a powerful dirt extraction system that you are sure to see and feel. Carpet and upholstery will be dry in hours, not days, and there won't be that chemical feeling after it's done. Brendan Theaters of Concord in Pittsburgh, featuring 14 screens of movie magic. All theaters have Lucasfilm THX digital sound systems and stadium-style seating. The prize wheel spins weekly with great prizes. The Prize Patrol, promotional events, and other activities happen monthly with great giveaways and prizes. Check out the Brendan Theater website for more information and great savings ideas. Your favorite films in a great environment, all at Brendan Theaters of Concord in Pittsburgh. Enjoy the movie. Thanks again to all of our friends from the Comcast Game of the Week.
Get ready, Northern California. Mazay Pontiac Cadillac Buick GMC has a huge selection of new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Mazay invites you to experience our superior service and selection. Our new state-of-the-art facility and team of experts will make your car buying experience the best in the Bay Area.
Hi, I'm Matt Mazay. Whether it's a Cadillac Escalade or a GMC truck, I'll guarantee you the right car at the right price. Come by and see us today.
Discover the difference at Mazay Pontiac Cadillac Buick GMC in the Century Auto Plaza, Pittsburgh.
It doesn't matter what sport you play. It doesn't matter what position you play. It doesn't matter whether you're turning pro or just starting out. It doesn't even matter how old you are. If you want to maximize your potential, you need Velocity Sports Performance. Velocity Sports Performance. Maximize your potential. We guarantee it.
Great Mexican food, home of the famous margarita, and fun and food in a festive environment. That's Celia's of Antioch. For over 30 years, Celia's has served specialties like fajita supreme, camarones a la ranchera, and other great Mexican food that has brought people from around the area to eat. Every Thursday night is live music from Trio and Saturday night mariachis. That's Celia's of Antioch for great Mexican food.
Back at Pittsburg High School, don't forget the 2005 West Coast Jamboree Girls Basketball Tournament, December 27th through the 31st at 11 different venues in Contra Costa County. Of course, Dave Jackson does a great job with that tournament, bringing all the best girls basketball teams in from all over California, all over the country. And we will have our very first basketball game that we plan to shoot this year will be Carondelet in their first round game, and Jane Appel, who's going to Stanford. And that ought to be a great one, and we're going to have them a couple times this year.
That'd be a lot of fun. And Stonewall Jackson does do a good job with
that.
He does.
You know? It is. We're going to send it down to Tony real quick.
Hey guys, I'm with three former Pirates. A couple of guys I wanted to ask them, what are you doing now, and what was it like playing for the Pirates? First of all, what's your name and what position do you play?
I'm Tyree. I played center last year. Basically, Pirate football is just like a big tradition. Yeah. You know, it's a lot of people that came before us, and there's a lot of good players out here right now. And basically, I go to college. I go to San Jose State, and basically, I'll just live for my memories playing at Pitt.
But I'll tell you this, guys, what did Pirate football and being here at Pittsburgh and the education, how did it prepare you for later life?
Basically, like, through all the training we had from football, it basically helped me prepare myself for everything else, because I remember all the training we went through in the summer and everything. So now, basically, when it comes to school, I know about the work ethic it takes to get things done.
You know it's important to be somewhere on time.
Yeah, basically.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, what's your name? Where did you play?
My name's Rafael Isin. I'm currently taking a year off right now. I'm going to Mount San Antonio College next semester. I'm going to be attending that school in 06. I'm going to be playing football there.
All right, what are your fondest memories leaving Pittsburg High?
Well, I'll tell you my worst memory was losing.
Yeah, that's what I asked him.
Was losing to De La Salle. We really wanted to win that game. I think that'll stick with me forever because, you know, it's not a good memory,
That's
but
not positive.
it's not a good memory, but something I'm gonna hold on to because we're always gonna hold it in our heart, you know, just wanting to beat them or whatever, you know.
Let's get this last gentleman in. What's your name? Where did you play?
I played wide receiver and corner. My name is Scott Davis. And
What are you doing these days, Kyle?
now I'm just attending LMC, and just working. That's it.
What are your fondest memories leaving the school?
Ooh. My fun is just playing in the big game. Playing versus Antioch High.
Let's go back upstairs. Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot to those former players. We'll tell you a little bit more. We also saw one of the Pfeiffers, and we saw one of the Fafiti, Saka Fafiti. And it's always fun when one of the guys comes up to you and goes, Fafiti on the rocks.
Yeah.
You made that name up, Steve. And remember Steve Linigan and the Spidell man. And you've actually made a couple of guys popular back in high school.
Well, I talked to Coach Galley before the game. He goes, you know, I used to say you want a Saka Fafiti on the rocks. He goes, I need 2 Fafitis on the rocks for my defense.
So Allen returns the kickoff back to the 20. That's where Deer Valley will take over. Trailing by 6 here in the third quarter. Handoff is to Barnum. And Barnum, I think he fumbled the ball.
He did again.
He did, and Pittsburgh gets it back. First play of the third quarter. Wow. He was stripped as he went around the right side, and Pittsburgh gets it back on the 21-yard line. You see him congratulating number 57 there, Savaseth Norris.
Yep.
Let's see if we can see who stripped this.
Norris Savaseth.
We don't have a replay.
Okay, we don't have it, but Savaseth did a great job of recovering it, and you know what? Boy, talk about shooting yourself in the foot early.
Well, they fumbled on the second play in the first half, the first play in the second half, and you know that was Deer Valley's chance. They were just down 6. If they could have went down and scored, maybe even gotten a 1-point lead there. But now Pittsburgh in great position at the 21-yard line, first down. Just started the third quarter. Pirates lead 13-7. They scored 27 points against Clayton Valley, the team that was supposed to win the BVL last week. There's that pitch play to Taylor, and Taylor has big yardage down to the 10, first down, gain of 11.
And Dan, we talked at halftime, me and you made a good point. You said, you know, Steve, I think they found something on that left side running, and they found something on the rollout to the right throwing, and absolutely right. Look where they go to their first time.
And those were their 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely, right here. And you called this, you said the left side. Look at this left side. Look at number 52 out there. He's just pushing people back.
That's Johnson again, yeah.
Mr.
Johnson's having a big game.
Yeah, he's having a big game blocking-wise. He'll get rewarded by the coaching staff. They'll see this film.
First down. Pittsburgh, though, is at the 10, so they'll have 4 plays to score here early in the third quarter. Long count, handoff Taylor into the middle, and this is where they run into problems.
Yeah, that right side has got to get through the Berlin Wall, you know, but the other side there's a big opening, and right there you got the same suspects on the ground. Number 32, Dan, your guy.
Chuba and B. August was there. Number 76, Hughes was there.
Big number 76. Who's that, Dan? That's Lawrence Hughes, number
Lawrence
76.
Hughes.
And he's a junior. He'll be back.
You know, I was talking about Coach Woods. Went to high school in Southern California, played at Azusa Pacific, played a little minor league football, Sac State, Vanden for the past 11 years, and now he's at Deer Valley, not only coaching, but a gym teacher, and probably will coach some track, he said, over there. We haven't talked about him since the first quarter.
Azusa Pacific, that's where James Burke is playing, the wide receiver for the Panthers a couple years ago.
There you go.
James?
Taylor, Johnson once, manhandles the guy.
Yeah.
Wow, he just pushed number 11, Damarian Middleton, right to the next town.
Yes, he did.
That didn't rhyme, but I thought it was going to.
No, but you know what, Dan? You got it out, and everybody knew what you said because basically...
Watch this, Steve. Manhandled him.
Well, number 52 is just... He's been doing a great job of pulling...
Look at that.
Oh. Well,
then he went out. He's just looking for guys in white to manhandle.
Yeah, you know, he wasn't done after that. You know, he's kind of like a serial blocker. You know, he's looking for one guy to run over and take out.
He's the Charles Manson
of blockers.
There
we go. You know,
that's your best line of the year so far, Steve. Absolutely. 3rd and 3. Cobb But he's tackled right at the line of scrimmage, going to bring up 4th down.
And that right side, Dan, I'll tell you what, they're not getting nothing. I'll bet you 10-1. Number 52 is in on the play again, Dan, on the Deer Valley defense. And I'll tell you what, these guys, and that's Telvis Jones, you know what, regardless of what happens, these kids are playing their hearts out, Dan. You know what I mean?
And Pittsburgh's going to kick a field goal here. Pena's going out on the field to try about a 20-yard field goal. Wow, that was a great line. And I know, Steve, that you like the word cereal is big to you because you're a cereal eater. I know. Fruity Pebbles, Rice Krispies.
I'm like Seinfeld. I'm like Jerry. I like cereal.
I don't hate it. 20-yard attempt for Pena, and a whistle, and perhaps a illegal formation or too much time.
Dan, and you know what, Coach Galley, what he's doing, he's showing respect to that defense. Is what he's doing here. How many times would you see Galley on the 3-yard line, or the 4-yard line, not go for it?
Offside defense.
This could change things.
But it's on Pittsburgh, and now the ball is placed.
It's on Deer Valley.
It's on Deer Valley, and now it's at the 1-yard line.
And you may see a timeout here.
I think they are going to call timeout.
Yeah, they're going to call timeout. They're going to talk about this,
9:34 to go, third quarter.
And you know what? It's a good timeout because this is a very big play of the game right here. It's a big swing right here. And you know what? He just missed an extra point. Don't forget that. So that could be a big thing. Go to the goal, Don. Yeah.
Let's say hi to our great sponsors here on the Comcast Game of the Week. Couldn't do it without you guys.
Oh, no. We love you guys. Thank you.
Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria in Walnut Creek.
Killer pizza.
Contra Costa Clean Water Program, Mr. Funnelhead.
That Academy Award winner, Funnelhead.
Velocity Sports Performance at Concord.
If you want your kid to excel, sit him there.
Brennan Theaters in Concord and Pittsburgh, 2 for the money. A sports movie with Al Pacino.
Al Pacino and Matthew McConaughey.
I knew you'd have problems with that one.
I did.
That's equipment rental.
And thank you for the scissors lift. And they've got a big grand opening. Are they on Pacheco Boulevard?
It was last week, and they did a good job with that. Actually, might even been 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Peacock Expressions Gallery.
And they do. They have so many great things right there at 215 G Street down towards the river. Here we go, Dan. Do your thing.
Pittsburgh back out on the field from the 1. They're going to go for it here on 4th down, 9:34 to go. This is a big play in the ball game. But even if Deer Valley stops them, Steve, they're going to have to go 99 yards.
They're going to run to the left side, Dan.
Do you think they're going to run the pitch play again?
They're going to run to the left side. Why not? They haven't stopped it yet. Why'd you do anything different?
They run that same pitch play.
Look at that.
Johnson pushes the man halfway to the sideline, and Taylor could run to Antioch. Touchdown Pittsburgh, a 1-yard run for Romont Taylor. Steve, we could have called that.
We could have called that, Dan. and you know the thing about it is that, you know, you don't got to be Einstein up here to figure out that they found a little something over there. You called it at halftime. And if you've seen that hole right there, that was pretty wide.
You got to imagine at some point Deer Valley might have to make an adjustment with personnel on that side as well, because Johnson's just having the time of his life over there right now.
I'll just pick up Biagas and go, you play on that side, stand right there in that hole.
That's a good idea.
How's
right
that?
there.
I don't care. You're standing right there behind the right defensive end.
There you go. Steve Sanchez, defensive coordinator.
Well, Jesus, are you kidding? I can't defend my kid gets a hot pocket at home. How am I going to?
Pittsburgh goes for 2. Ahead 19-7. Pfeiffer throws. Oh, nice throw. That was a nice pass.
Nice catch by Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez for the 2-point conversion, and Pittsburgh leads by 2 scores, 21-7 with 9:30 to go. Steve, this play is going to look a lot like all the other times they've ran this pitch play, but it's real pretty to Pittsburgh because it's working. Let's take another look at it.
Well, Dan, it's just a quick slant. It's just a 2-step. Oh, this is the pitch play they showed, yeah. And right here, it's just working. And look at 52. I mean, come on. I could have scored on that, and that's a fact, folks. I really could have. It took me a little longer, but I still would have scored. Let's check out the 2-point conversion. Dan thought it was a false start. Well, we can't really see it. Just a 2-step drop. Watch his slant.
Wow, nice
catch.
Yeah,
Picked it right off his helmet.
He had a little mustard on that one, Steve. 21-7 Pittsburgh, 9:30 to go in the third quarter. Let's say hello to some other great friends of the program here on the Comcast High School Football Game of the Week. Amorosa Antique and Floral, Diablo Auto Sales, Jeffrey Hogue Doctor of Dentistry, Game Pod Combat Airsoft, Antioch Opticians, Images of 3 Hair Salon, Recovery Carpet Care, White and Annoni Doctors of Dentistry, Roger Fernando State Farm Insurance, 19th Hole Casino and Lounge, Randy's Carpet Care, New Mecca Cafe, Bridgehead Self Storage, and Rock Bottom Records. This week, Nickelback had a new record come out. All the kiddies love Nickelback, Steve, and we picked that up this week. Penny to kick. And it comes down right at the goal line to Allen. Allen is tackled at the 15-yard line. A nice play that time on special teams by number 42, Mario Rubio.
Mario Rubio gets in the act, number 42 on special teams. Great job. Well, right here, Dan, I said this before, but this is a super gut check for this team.
Excuse me, that was Thomas Clark Jr.
Okay.
Mario Rubio is 44. Thomas Clark Jr., number 42. I want to make sure he gets the credit. Go ahead, Steve.
But all I'm saying is a big-time gut check right here because, you know, you're playing your heart out, and it's time right now for Deer Valley's offense to put something together right here. Just to let their defense get a breath of fresh air and trying to go, hey, because I guarantee you if they get something on this drive, that's just going to make that defense.
Call, and maybe Matt has it, maybe he doesn't, but give him a call. Give him a call.
Matt appreciate a call. He's, you know,
just call him and say hi. He's lonely over there.
He's watching Dr. He's watching Dr. Field at 11 o'clock. He'll appreciate a phone call.
Hand off to Allen on a sweep. Swanson's now in the backfield out there. Oh, it makes a nice block on number 5, Corey Markham. Nice gain that time of, we're going to call it about 5. It'll be second down. And Deer Valley just needs to get something positive going on offense, Steve. They only gained about 30 yards tonight.
And here you see Allen, and basically what he's doing, he's just using his speed to try to turn the corner. He wasn't able to, but he still picked up 5, Dan. So something positive right there, something to think about.
I think the only way Deer Valley gets back in this game is if Allen breaks one.
There's Mr. Taylor.
You know what I mean? If he gets like a 70-yard run right now, you know, the punt return, even though they scored later in that drive, that kind of took them back. But I think that's the only way they get back in this one. They need to do something and do it now and do it big. And that isn't it, as the ball's handed off to Swanson, maybe a yard.
Well, you know, the one thing I think they need to figure out real quick is Limpley is the guy you don't run at.
Well, I think I would have figured that out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, you know, every time they run up the middle, it's just like a toll crossing at a bridge. You know, you're not going nowhere. You got to pay him before you get by.
You can go by some. You know where you can't go? I was there this summer, like when you try to go from the United States into Canada.
Right.
You got to pull over and like have everyone inspected. That's kind of what it's like running
that's what Limpley does. Yeah. He makes everybody play. He should be at the Canadian border.
Matt Lemley, border guard. 3rd and 6. Stanton pitches to Allen. Oh, great defensive play, though, by Mourning, who shot through there. And a 3-yard loss, and now another punting situation. Yeah. You know, I was impressed with Deer Valley's defense. Now I'm really getting impressed with Pittsburgh's defense, Steve.
Well, let's just watch it right here. There's a quick pitch. And it looks like number 10's at quarterback now, Dan, for the Deer Valley Wolverines.
That's Stanton.
Oh, it is? I thought he was. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was 7 last year. That's probably what you're thinking. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. But you know the thing about them numbers too, they're very hard to see from up here. People don't realize that. And I'm sure they don't care either. So
they
don't care.
One year they actually did change them for us, but it is kind of hard to see them.
This is going to take a big bounce. Oh, the other way though. Get away from it.
Deer Valley will down the ball at the 42-yard line of Pittsburgh. They're going to have good field position. On the play, Steve, a 25-yard punt, no return. Let's say hi to these great friends of the program here. Or before we do that, let's take a look at our schedule. Now, we have made a change. On October 21st, we'll be in at Miramonte for College Park at Miramonte. And Freedom at Monte Vista next week will be a big one. Ockalonis at Los Lomas could be one of the best games we have this year. Then Clayton and Antioch. Liberty at Freedom, a doubleheader that weekend. And then back here for, you know, I think it's... Isn't it the game here this year?
It's here, Dan.
Yeah, it's Antioch at Pittsburg.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were at Antioch last year. Well, I'll look on my schedule here in a second. But irregardless, we'll do both those games. Pfeiffer on a keeper. Pfeiffer has some speed. He's out in front, and he's tackled at the 15-yard line from behind. I believe that was Allen that caught him. It was.
It was.
A big gain, 27 yards, first down for Pfeiffer.
Real nice play, Dan. It's the first time he ran this option, really, when he kept it. And right here, nice decision to turn upfield, makes a nice cut, and it took a guy with 4 or 5 speed to catch it from behind. Let's see what it had 7.
Just my schedule that I have says Antioch is a home game for Pittsburgh. So that's just so everyone knows.
I think it's here.
Yeah, so irregardless, that last game will be here, and then we'll have a full schedule of playoff games for you. We might end up at the Oakland Coliseum again, which would be fun.
Hey, but I know Miramonte and College Park are happy.
Oh, that'll be a fun game to do.
Yeah, they're going to
College Park's the Cardiac Kids. Cobb up the middle. And Cobb has good yardage down inside the 5.
Mr. Thunder up the middle. And right now, Dan, you can just kind of feel the wind coming out of this defense of Deer Valley. I mean, just right there on the right-hand side. Look at him pushing him off the ball now. You know, and they're starting to smell it. And, you know, you can only ask your defense to do so much. They come out fired up, and, you know, they do everything you ask them to do. And sooner or later, it's difficult. It's kind of like the Niners defense last year.
Yeah, it's like they have to play every play.
Come on, guys. You going to help us or not?
Yeah. Gain of 9. And now a first down inside the 5 at the 4. Pfeiffer throws, has a receiver. Once again, it's number 11, Hernandez. Touchdown. And Pittsburgh scored twice in the first 5:27 of the third quarter, and they have a commanding 27-7 lead.
Well, just that quick slant to Hernandez again. It was open on the right side. They put him on the left side and said, let's try it over there. Number 11. So he's had a few catches today. He's had a pretty good game.
And he gets a hug from the coaching staff.
Oh, yeah. Look at there's John Abano giving him some love, and there's just a bunch of love on that sideline going on right now. There's Coach Sipe and all the other mafioso guys. I love them guys. They know it.
Pena down the middle, 28-7. Let's take another look at it. Pfeiffer's starting to get hot too, Steve. He's finding his receivers. He likes this little slant pattern.
Here it is right here. It's just all over again. The same thing you see on the other side of the field. Quick slant.
28-7 Pittsburgh, 6:33 to go. And Deer Valley, Steve, as we said, it's been a battle of field position. It's been a battle of turnovers. Their defense has been on the field for most of the game, and now it's starting to wear on the entire team.
Penalties. That helped out a lot in the first half.
Absolutely. By the way, congratulations to Comcast, who gave the Richmond High School team $6,000. You heard they lost all their equipment last week in a fire, and also Miramani stepped in and donated some equipment and some money to them. So I want to congratulate both of those. It's for the Richmond High School team. I want to congratulate Miramani and Comcast for stepping in and helping out.
And you know what, Dan, what's so great about that? But it all comes down to high school football there. Well, there's all a big, big family. Everybody's all in together. It's all about kids, And Coach Fletcher was very happy. And, hey, Comcast, thank you very much. They don't just bring you games. They bring you equipment.
Yes. Good kick again by Pena all the way back to the 1-yard line. This is Allen. Straight up the middle. He has a lane, and it's closed quickly. Number 7 for Pittsburgh was there, Walter McDuffie.
Great job. Go ahead.
There's the West Coast Jamboree once again. It's actually December 27th through the 31st. Matt doesn't want you to know it's actually going to New Year's Eve because he doesn't want to do anything on New Year's. He wants to be out at the party.
Then we won't do that. Yeah.
See, we're so good we can switch it right on the fly like that. But we'll be there on the 27th for Carondelet's first round game.
Will I be doing that game with you, Dan?
Yes, you will, Steve. There it is.
I'm looking forward to that.
Featuring over 100 girls basketball teams from across the country. Dave does a great job. All over, Pittsburgh will have games.
Yep.
Deer Valley, Liberty, Freedom, Las Madonas College, Diablo Valley College, Ignacio, Miramani, Acalanes, and Bentley, the home of Clay Callum, our former broadcast partner here.
Oh, that's wide open.
That is, and that's a catch on the far sideline by, I believe it's Pika.
It is Pika.
Pika's knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line of Pittsburgh. A 24-yard gain, and that's a big play, and that's what Deer Valley needs to get back in the ballgame.
And you know what, Dan? And right here, look, when he's got time, he looks very, very comfortable at what he's doing. And there's Pika right there. Few yak yards.
Yep, little yak.
Little yak yards right there, yards after catch, Dan. And they have to throw. They're in a position now. They got to throw almost every down. Well, it's still 6 minutes, but
they need to score in the next 2 or 3 minutes to have any chance in this game. Stanton rolling. He gets away from one Pirate, cuts up the middle. Doesn't get away from the second Pirate defender that comes after him. Let's get that number for you. That's number 5, Corey Markham, who came up from his defensive backfield position to make that tackle.
Yeah, nice play by Markham.
6-yard gain.
And here's the longest 4 yards you'll ever see in your life, folks, a guy make. And I'm sorry, it was 6 yards, but right here he goes right here, cutting across the grain right there. Got a lot of game in him still. He's not giving up.
2nd and 4 from the 41-yard line. Stanton to throw, has some time, throws, has a receiver. It's Pika again at the 32-yard line, first down, gain of 9. So the clock is stopped with 5:32 to go. That's Josh Pika. He's a junior, he'll be back next year.
And Straighten put the ball right on the numbers.
Hey,
I keep calling him Straighten because I'm getting it's
Stanton.
I don't know why I'm calling him
Steve, your mind's like a computer. Every once in a while, no, but okay, a bad computer.
Okay.
You know when sometimes you like look for a file and it it's gone,
right,
and then it comes back the next day.
That's
what happens to you. Just too much information in that big old head of yours.
I'm a virus.
You have a virus. Stand to throw. Has Allen screen pass. He's got blockers in front of him. Penalty flag on the play. Allen makes a cut, goes into the end zone. It would be a touchdown. Deer Valley celebrating, and there's a penalty flag back at the 30-yard line, and I'll guarantee you this is an illegal block, Steve.
Oh, it is, and it's too sad because here you got Chris Allen on the end of it again, and this shows you what he's made of right here, regardless where the block is. You got to hold.
It's holding.
Sometimes, Dan, I just wish they'd let him play.
Well, it just depends, Steve.
Yeah, it does. Just how bad it is. But Deer Valley's not happy about the whole situation. And I'll tell you, somebody who's really upset about it is Chris Allen.
It's kind of like cops.
Yeah.
Sometimes they give you a ticket. Hold on.
On the offense, first down.
Sometimes they give you a ticket you think you deserve.
Right.
If you're going 20, 25 miles over. And even we're getting an indication up here that it was holding.
Okay. It was holding. I don't know what we could see here. That looked like I don't know.
That can't be it.
I think it was, Dan.
Well, if that's it, I don't know. Was that it? Wow. So what I was saying, sometimes, you're going 20, 25 miles over, you get caught, okay, you get caught. Sometimes you're going 2. Well, you're supposed to be able to kind of play with that, and that's kind of what refereeing's like. Sometimes it's warranted, and sometimes it's a matter of judgment.
I think go ahead, Dan, take the play.
Oh, there we go, Stanton to throw. Oh, it's intercepted, and Mourning is gone. I do not believe they can catch him. Nope. The only guy that maybe can is Jones. Mourning, touchdown! I'm going to wait for Dave Jackson to give me the yardage. It's got to be around 70.
Yep.
70 yards on the return, and just like that, and now we're going to have some excessive celebration on the Pirates in the end zone. Yep. But Deer Valley, Steve, on one play could have pulled it in 2, and now they're down by 4 touchdowns in the third quarter.
Well, Dan, the thing about it, I'll say this and I'll let it go. These are kids, it's not the NFL. Every once in a while, you got to keep the flags in it, and when you start noticing the referees, I think at a high school level, I'm not saying these guys are doing the best job they can.
Touchdown is good. After the touchdown, unsportsmanlike. We'll do it on the PAT from the 18.
That's the 15th penalty we've had tonight. That's a little much for high school. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead, Dan.
Well, I think that whole thing, what it is, Steve, is that the guys that play in the NFL are doing all these elaborate celebrations, and kids watch the games on Sunday and have to emulate them when they come out here on Friday night.
Well, Dan, my whole thing is it's really not about the celebration. I'm okay with that. I got a little bit of problem with the last hold because we looked at everybody involved and I didn't see it.
Yep.
And I don't know what they're looking at, but when you have a high school team down by 3 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns, sometimes you got to turn your head.
Pena to kick the extra point from the 25-yard line, and he puts plenty of foot to it, but I think he missed it. He did, wide to the left side. So let's take another look at the interception. Pittsburgh 34-7, and this is just like last week, Steve. Yep. They scored a lot of points in the second half.
And here's Straighten throwing it right there. It's just picked, and I think Allen, number 3, gives him a shot. He's the only guy who will catch him if he was going to, and nobody's going to. He knows he's got it. I think that's Allen.
I think it's Jones, actually. Is that
it's Allen, number 3. But there's your playmaker right there. Then he trips. He didn't mean to do that. He tripped. And then everybody just, come on, you got to let him out a little
more. Now, that's a penalty?
Yeah.
That's a penalty.
Yep. I don't know, Dan.
See, I agree with you there, Steve.
Well,
I mean, what are you supposed to not accept the fact that you can celebrate whatsoever?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even saying sometimes the refs are told by the association to watch that kind of stuff. But to me, that's not a penalty. If you're mocking someone or talking down to them or throwing the ball at their feet,
pull a cell phone out or something, whatever.
That's just celebrating a nice play. I don't agree with that.
Pull the Sharpie out or whatever, but no. Not at a high school level.
Actually, we're talking about some of these others. I actually liked when Terrell Owens got the pom-poms and did the dance. I thought that was cute.
I thought that was cute, too.
Yeah. I don't think mooning the crowd was particularly a very tasteful act when Randy Moss did that last year, but
no.
I think but that's what they see, and of course, I don't know about that one though. But anyway, irregardless, it's 34-7, and another deep kick by Pena, and this is Allen back at the 2-yard line. Allen cuts outside, and he's tackled at the 24, and another penalty flag. Someone stole our line last night, Steve. I was watching someone, and someone said there was more flags than at the United Nations.
Well, you know what? You made that up 3 years ago.
And someone stole it last night.
You patented that, didn't you?
I didn't. Darn.
Jeez. But, you know, Dan, we're getting away from the game a little bit. It's too bad because, you know what, I don't want to talk about it no more, but I can tell you this, is that it was such a great game. No, I'm going to go off the subject and still say the score don't indicate what a good game
behind
this was.
the back, above the waist, on the run back. First down.
But then, now that's the kind of play, Steve, where any kind of block behind the back,
you got to throw it,
because you don't want to see kids getting hurt either. So it's a very fine line that you walk out here.
Yeah.
Irregardless, it's 34-7 Pittsburgh with 4:39 to go, third quarter, and the Pirates have had two very big third quarters here in the last 2 weeks against league opponents. Last week against Clayton and tonight against Deer Valley. And here's a throw to Pika, and Pika is taken off his feet. A nice play by Brown at the 28-yard line. A gain of 13 and a first down.
And a real nice rollout here to his left, throwing against his body, Dan. That's not an easy thing to do. But Pika all of a sudden has become, something to reckon with right now. All of a sudden, they're a concern of his because, you wonder, what did they go to them early? Well, they couldn't hold on to the ball earlier, and then Pittsburgh had that big thing. And, but right now, I think right now you're going to see some pride, some determination coming in from this Deer Valley team. They won't roll over, Dan. They're a bunch of good kids out there. We'll see how they respond.
First down from the 28-yard line. Stanton rolls to the far side, throws a little swing pass out to Barnum, and Barnum is taken off his feet at the 30 by number 5, Corey Markham. Markham is playing a nice game tonight for Pittsburgh.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Is that Corey Markham?
It's Corey.
Corey, that's how you pronounce it, yeah. But it's Corey
like
Markham.
Corey, or
yeah.
That's one of the fun things every week is to go over the pronunciations.
Well, with me, you have to.
Yeah.
Is that Smuth or Smith? What is it?
By the way, I wanted to mention Louis Esposito. His 31st year filming, volunteering and filming Pittsburgh High School football here. And his 32nd year will start at the Big Little game here on November 12th.
Congratulations, Louis. Great job.
Looks like they're setting up a reverse. It is to Allen, and Allen is going to be hitting behind the line of scrimmage, and a big loss this time.
Yep.
A lot of guys there. McDuffie was there. 24 turned it back. Maurice Moore, and this is a huge loss of over 10 yards.
And Nico Ariano?
Yes.
You're going to see him, number 51. He was the first guy there. He's the one that slowed it down, but then it's just McDuffie and a bunch of Pirates.
Releasing the hounds.
A bunch of Pirates, mate, coming on in there to them.
3rd and 20. And there's the backup quarterback for Pittsburgh, Stephen Patchen, number 16. Pittsburgh's got great uniforms. Those are sharp. They look like a professional team out there with the kind of like Atlanta Falcons mixed in with the Cincinnati Bengals.
This is just...
Yeah, and that's Vic's team, by the way, the Chicago Bears. He's a big Bears fan. Stanton to throw, far sideline, looking for Pika, and it's number 80 Pika running with number 80 Morning, and the pass is incomplete. So it's going to bring up a punting situation here, and things have deteriorated here. Steve, if we go back in this game just 9 minutes and 45 seconds, it was 7-7.
Yeah. Well, I think you made a statement in the first half. You said, well, you think Pittsburgh could do something with with 27 seconds left? And I said, they could go to Fairfield.
Yeah.
It's Pittsburgh. And they showed you what I was talking about because they put it all together. And there's a coach of the Pittsburgh Pirates cheerleaders just looked back at us. That was Layla Benson, giving everybody a big smile on the sidelines.
Stanton shanks one. And this is going to be a very, very bad development for Deer Valley. That's a 5-yard punt to the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh, another great field position for the Pirates with 2:06 to go, third quarter. And there's the Deer Valley cheerleader, Steve.
And we want to thank them for showing up. And Louise Green and Deanna Grant and Amanda Westcamp. They're the advisors and the coaches over there for them, and they're having a pizza night fundraiser at Aladino's Monday, October 17th. And all you have to do is go there, mention Deer Valley Cheer, and they'll give a portion to the Deer Valley cheerleaders. So, and it's for the competition uniform. So everybody go there. Aladino's, October 17th, Monday night.
First down to Scibio, and DeCibio is taken off his feet at the 21 by Swanson. Steve, statistically, Deer Valley, this is a shocker. Allen, 8 carries for 4 yards. They only have 5 yards of rushing in the entire game. Here's a look at that last play, Steve. You got to lead the guy, I think, a little better on that.
Yeah, you do, but you know what? He's had a real great, like you said, he's got very good hands. We've seen that. And he's been a great possession receiver all night for him. And you know what? I bet they're up to about 25, 26 passes, which is crazy for Pitt.
It's a different kind of team this year, but still a very successful team.
Well,
and Piper's just a junior, so you're going to see him next year. As a matter of fact, Vic has always told me he thought the 2006 team is the one team that could really do some special things. This is Taylor. Second down run, gain of 5, and it's going to bring up 3rd and about 2 here, Steve, with 1 minute and 6 seconds to go in the third quarter. Pittsburgh out comfortably here, 34-7 over Deer Valley.
And Vermont Taylor, they're still going on that left-hand side, Dan, and I guess if it ain't broke, they'll try to fix it. Just keep going on over there. So I think you're going to see more runs going on down on the left-hand side here. But you know what? This score does not indicate the kind of game we've really had here today. It's really been a crazy tale of 2 halves. Really has.
Taylor has 98 yards, so 2 more and he'll have a 100-yard rushing game. Piper's thrown for over 100 yards for Pittsburgh. 3rd and 2. There's that pitch play again, and Johnson out in front again, and Taylor in the end zone again. Touchdown, Pittsburgh, a 15-yard run. He's over 100 yards, and I'm going to tell you right now, Steve, I don't know who you're going to give your player of the game to. I'm giving mine to Johnson.
And you know why? Because I'll tell you, he should be a spokesman for H&R Block. That's who he should be a spokesman for. This guy, the IRS couldn't catch this guy if he tried to block somebody out. I mean, it's been unbelievable. You look at him, and it's just, he's a man-child just wiping out people over there.
He's as good a pull blocker as I've ever seen.
Jeez.
He makes Randy Cross look like a second string.
The last trail I see somebody like that was Lewis and Clark.
There you go. God, you remember Lewis and Clark.
I was with him.
You and Dave Jackson both.
Me and Stonewall Jackson.
Stonewall Jackson on the trail. Something happened there, some sort of penalty, but wow, they've ran that play.
Yeah.
After the first couple times, it's just been unbelievable.
False start on the offense. 5 yards, re-kick.
There's some of the Pittsburgh cheerleaders. They've had a lot to cheer about.
They've had a lot to cheer about, especially in this second half. And we love the high school cheerleaders. My daughter was a cheerleader. They're a big part of high school sports. And people don't realize how much time they really put in to come out here and, root on their team, Dan.
Here's a shot from the scissor lift after the penalty. And Pena puts the foot to it, and it's good. 41-7. Pittsburgh has scored 4 touchdowns in the third quarter. And let's take another look at the touchdown. And once again, Steve, you could put 7 guys out there. I think Pittsburgh would still score.
Okay.
Look at the direction.
And let's watch big number 52 right here.
See you later. Just knocking guys backwards.
And that was the late. Who was that guy he blocked?
Taylor. 3 touchdowns tonight, 15-yard run, 3-yard run, 2-yard run, over 100 yards.
Yep.
So I would have to say at this juncture, Steve, it's Taylor and Johnson are the players of the game because they basically changed the game for Pittsburgh.
If I was Taylor, I'd say, hey, you know what? I'm taking you out for a Grand Slam special tomorrow.
Well, in the NFL, they take them out for a steak dinner.
Right.
In college, you take them out to the Sizzler. In high school, you take them to In-N-Out Burger.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I'll buy you an animal burger because you're an animal.
He's going to get a triple.
Yes, he has 3 touchdowns.
He might get 5 patties on that thing.
Absolutely. 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. This one now a blowout, 41-7. But at least it's been kind of a competitive to a certain point blowout. It's not one of those games where Deer Valley was in this ball game right up to the last play of the first half.
It was a tale of 2 halves, Dan. That's what it really was.
And maybe what happened is, though, with that first half, they just wore them down, and now Pittsburgh, they've had great field position.
Absolutely.
You can't deny that fact. Pena to kick. Another good kick. Allen at the 3. Allen back to the 28-yard line, a 25-yard return. Perhaps one more play here in the third quarter, but Steve, I very seriously doubt that Deer Valley could mount any sort of comeback and come back to win this game. What do you do here in the fourth quarter? Do you try to keep everyone healthy, or do you try to work on some things? Next week Deer Valley has Terra Linda in what would be considered like a practice game, but you look down their schedule, other than the De La Salle game in week 9, they have 3 winnable games against Freedom, Antioch, and Clayton Valley. Those are all teams that they could compete with.
Dan, I think as a coach, you got to keep them in because they got a lot of things they got to work on offense, and I think you keep them in. I really do.
Stanton, a good rush that time. Yep. Someone came from the far side and took away the passing lane, and then Stanton is tackled for a 2-yard loss on what should be the final play of the third quarter. The clock is running with about 7 seconds to go as they spot it at the 26-yard line, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play from Pittsburg High School. Big quarter for the Pirates. They score 28 points in the third quarter and lead 41-7 after 3. We'll be back with fourth quarter action from Pirate Stadium after this.
Since 1980, Fresky Air Systems Incorporated has been keeping Contra Costa cool and comfortable. With an expert crew of technicians and staff, let Fresky be your indoor comfort professionals. Our Lennox Signature home comfort systems are designed to deliver efficient and economical air and heat for your individual needs. Air conditioning to heating, duct cleaning to emergency service calls, Fresky has you covered. From the homeowner to the commercial world, Fresky Air Systems Incorporated. Reliable and trusted service since 1980.
Hi, I'm Rocco Bialy, and this is my family.
I'm Dante.
I'm Dominic. And I'm Nina.
For the past 5 years, Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria has been the proud sponsor of the Comcast High School Game of the Week. As a neighborhood restaurant, being part of our community has been very important to my family and staff. I'd like to personally invite you to become part of our family. Great pizza, great pasta, and great people. Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria, a part of your community.
Quality fine art, collectibles, and framing. Peacock Expressions Gallery of Antioch has it all. A wide variety of custom framing to fit everyone's needs. A certified showcase gallery with unique art from Thomas Kincaid, Lennox Classics, Franz, Thomas Blackshear, Armani, Bradford Exchange, and more. From original art to posters, worldwide, national, and quality local art, where quality does not have to break the bank. Find that special gift for that special someone.
Sorry, we missed a play there. It was Jones on a carry for a gain of about 10. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 with 11:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. I don't know if Matt can get a shot of this, but like every cheerleader from the freshman, JV, varsity, song leader, they're all here for Pittsburgh now, and it's a mob. There's just thousands of them, and we will show them here after
It's like they're having a big telephone for Hurricane Katrina or something. I don't know what's going on down there.
I'll tell you.
But everybody needs to give to that still. It's not over, folks.
Hand off to Barnum, and Barnum is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. It's going to bring up a 4th and 3 here, Steve. And at this point, what do you do? Do you punt? Do you...
Dan, you lick your wounds, you punt, you play it straight up. They'll probably go for it, and you still got to keep in your mind. Sometimes you just got to put your hands in your pocket and go, hey man, I've done everything I could do. The thing about this was though, this game is that the enthusiasm of that defense was amazing for Deer Valley the first half, even though they got stake bit on the last play.
Well, remember, we were calling Chubin Biagas every play there for a while, and we haven't called them since in this half. No. They have not been a factor.
No.
So Stanton will punt.
Back for the Pirates.
Number 24, Moore, and number 80, Morning, are back for Pittsburgh. Taken at the 30 by Morning, a little shake and bake, gets a block, and it's a penalty, and that's a block in the back by number 89, Stephen Callan. I saw that from up here.
Yeah, yes, you did, and that's a very good job, Dan. And number 8 on the Deer Valley defense. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, I'll tell you about Lito's Barbershop on 6th Street.
There's Lito, and there's, you remember Jerry Alvarez?
Played for Antioch a few years ago.
They do a great job there. That's one of the big up-and-coming barbershops in Antioch right now. You go by there's about 7 cars every time you drive by. Here's a replay right here, Dan. Let's watch this punt.
34-yard punt, 12-yard return, and then a penalty, Steve. And here's the block right there.
Yep. But I'll tell you what, I see why Vic Galley is so big on this kid.
And we have an injured player. We're going to step away for a minute. We'll be back from Pittsburg High School.
Looking for quality equipment rental with a helpful, friendly staff? Hertz Equipment Rental at Pacheco has over 4,100 pieces of reliable equipment to choose from, ready for delivery. Or if you're looking to purchase equipment, check out our pre-owned equipment sales list for super bargains on well-maintained pre-owned equipment. With Hertz, you have the right tool to get the job done. That's Hertz Equipment Rental at their new location, 30 South Buchanan Circle in Pacheco. Call Hertz today, 925-680-0316.
Is your laptop or home computer driving you crazy? Paramount Technology of Concord has the answers. Located behind Tower Records in Concord, Paramount Technology has it all. Quick in-house laptop repair and servicing, mobile computer service calls, and great customer service for those wishing to have a computer made to your specifications. Your computer wizards with expert service and products for today's computer world. That's Paramount Technology of Concord at 1252 Diamond Boulevard in Concord, the computer wizards of Contra Costa.
The injured player for Deer Valley is number 31, David Mulkerns, and he's okay, and so we'll be back after the penalty at the 28-yard line. Pittsburgh takes over. Steve, you had a thought?
Well, Dan, there have been so many penalties in this game. I was really just, thinking about it, and if this was a penalty phrase of a trial, that'd all be the death penalty. They've had so many penalties here. It's just like...
It's like the new NHL. There's penalties on every play.
There's penalties everywhere.
But I have to say that most of them are warranted. Backup quarterback in the ball game now for Pittsburgh. We mentioned Patchen. So Pfeiffer finishes his night after a very good night.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, number 7, there's 2 more penalties it looks like flew in. Did a penalty flag fly in there? I thought I saw a flag, but maybe not. Maybe I'm seeing things. The big man, number 77, what a great family, the Toenas. You remember the big guys here, your buddy, the big Samoan, and Alex was here, and the sisters, both are track champions around here.
Absolutely. I think one took 4th in state in the discus.
Very good. I just wonder, how do they feed all these kids?
Well, what they do, Dan, is that they order their food by truck line, by yellow to the house. UPS delivered, yeah. The Toena family, what a great Pittsburgh family here.
There you go, 2nd and 8. Patchen looked like a blown play, but he keeps it and has positive yardage. He's out across the 40 to 45, and then he is absolutely drilled by Biagas. Oh my. That was a hit on the far sideline. One of the Wolverines kind of stood up Patchen, and then he was drilled, but it doesn't matter. It's a first down and a gain of about 16.
And look at all these guys on the sidelines. They love seeing their second string come in and do this kind of stuff. Because you know what? They work hard, Dan, on all the practices. They get a little action. Everybody loves it.
Watch this right here.
Watch this here. Oh.
That was almost a penalty there. That was almost a forearm to the head right there. That's the kind of stuff you see on Monday nights on USA Network with, Stone Cold Steve Austin and people like that.
Oh, geez, look like the ultimate prize fighter or something in the cage match or something. I don't know.
That was very close to a personal foul right there, so we have to be careful with that pitch. This is one of the backup running backs, Chambers, number 31. Paul Chambers, a junior, 5'10", and he gains about 6 on first down.
Well, Paul Chambers' time has come today, and he's...
I used that in the softball season.
And it was his turn to get a carry, and
that's very good.
For him, the Chambers family, they're all excited, and good for him. He picked up 7 yards, and I'll tell you what, there's another look at your future right there, Dan. There's a young guy, Chambers, Paul Chambers. He's a junior.
Purchase your copy of this game, UPS and shipping included, $25. I think there'll be some Pittsburgh folks that want to purchase a copy of this game. And there's another new runner in the ball game, number 4 for Pittsburgh, Jeremy Davis. And Davis has a first down at the 37-yard line, and Pittsburgh is moving the ball with the second string offense in the ball game here, Steve.
Yeah, Jeremy Davis, he's a 200-pound, 5'10" running back. He's a senior, so he gets his hands on the ball. He gets in the action. Dan, there's so many great
Well, I was just going to say, we were talking about Crowley.
Right.
Derek Davis is at San Francisco City College. The Fafidis are there as well with Tino Felice. Crowley's at Fresno State. Lucius Mills is at Humboldt. Joseph Blackman, South Dakota State. Willie Brown at LMC. And Rashawn Harris up there with all those Central County guys at Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And another penalty flag comes in.
Another one. Here's about 4 more of them.
As Chambers ran and gained 3.
And Dan, I think it comes down, one of the greatest lines I heard was the Concord coach, the head coach,
Ryan Hamilton.
Yeah, he told me straight up, he goes, Steve, it's not about the X's and the O's, it's about the Billies and the Joes.
Or was that Ivankovic who told you that?
No,
it was Brian Hamilton?
Yeah, it was Hamilton over in Concord. We did the Concord Mount Hamilton game. And what a great way to put it. And you know what? When you start seeing all these kids going to college, you got a great program on your
first down.
Well, one of the guys from Deer Valley, you might remember, Chris Hurd, he's been kind of a vagabond. He was at Washington State, went to Texas Tech. That didn't work, and now he's at Sac State. He threw for 275 yards in a win over Northern Arizona last week.
And I know his dad, Mike. He's a friend of the family's, and I'm real proud of Chris Hurd, what he's doing up there. And he got hurt the other week, and I was really glad to hear that he came back and threw for 275 and a few touchdowns. He's a good player. I'm glad he landed it somewhere. Good kid, too.
Hand off to Chambers, right side. and a fumble, and the ball is on the ground, and I think Deer Valley might have it. That ball is being kicked around, though. And I don't, after all that, Pittsburgh got the ball back. This is just not Deer Valley's night, Steve.
That ain't right.
That ball, there was 8 Wolverines and 1 Pirate. It got kicked around a few times, and number 42 for Pittsburgh, Thomas Clark Jr., made the recovery, and it's 3rd down. There's Thomas Clark Jr. Well, you know, Mike Hurd was our track coach back when I was in high school.
And you know, I look at him, he still looks better than us.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy. It's unbelievable.
And you know, Chris, I don't know if he's got NFL talent, but you know, there's a lot of other options now. There's NFL Europe, there's a CFL, there's arena football. I always thought that he might make a good arena football quarterback because he's got a strong arm.
Very
and that's
strong
what you have to play in arena football.
And I think he's got 1 more year after this, I think. I don't think
it's really weird. I think he might have redshirted or he was hurt 1 year and didn't play. But
I think what's happening, they're petitioning the NCAA to try to get him another year. I think that's what it is.
And sometimes they give it to you, and sometimes
they don't. It depends what kind of mood they're in.
That's true. By the way, Ken Simonton is coaching the JVs here at Pittsburgh. That last play looked like something out of the flag football league on Saturday morning.
I could see that from here. That was legit. The wide receiver came out and was 2 yards offside. I can see it from here. The poor kid, I won't even tell you who it was, but he was. And you had to throw a flag on that.
Absolutely.
I mean, you couldn't help it.
2nd down.
So it's now, Steve, this brings up one of our great locations. And look, 2nd and Bart for Pittsburgh right here in the ball
big
game.
Number 52 is coming out, Dan.
Oh,
Mr.
so Johnson's done. Well,
they should have gave a big standing ovation here. Everybody
should have given him the wave.
Yeah.
He's had a great game.
Oh, fantastic game. I think you got the 2 players of the game already picked out. I agree with you totally.
Taylor and Johnson.
Boom, that's very easy.
2nd and 21 for Pittsburgh. Patchen throws a little slant out type pass. Actually, you can't slant and go out, so I blew that call.
Down and out, down and out, down and out call.
Alexander makes the catch.
Alexander, real nice catch, number 27. Let's watch it right here, Dan. It's just a little down and out, about 5 yards, and he goes down and, you know, does what he has to do to make the catch.
3rd and 17 for Pittsburgh at the 45. 6:26 to go, clock running. And now it's just a massive substitution and a big party here. The band is dancing. The cheerleaders are dancing. We had to get a shot of this at some point of all the dancing going on here.
Well, you know what the thing about it is, Dan? The school spirit of Pittsburgh is just phenomenal. I mean, they got a great tradition with the high school, but the student body plays a big part of it.
Absolutely.
It really does. With the band.
Patchen hands off to Cobb, and Cobb he's still out there rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, but
absolutely
barely gains a yard on that one. A lot of defenders there. Biagas was there, and for the first time tonight, I believe number 55, Damian Munoz, a junior for Deer Valley, was there. And it's 4th down, and Pittsburgh will kick here with 5:40 to go. Steve, next week we'll be in Danville. Now, because of the scheduling, people have these weird kind of buys.
Right.
Freedom tonight. I don't have their schedule down. They beat Antioch last week. I believe Freedom's playing a league game tonight. And then next week they will play Monte Vista. Now that's a huge game. Monte Vista, if they win tonight, could be a top 5 team in Northern California.
Well, they are a top 5 team. I'll tell you that right on the
Drew
gate.
McAllister, sophomore quarterback. Peter Gertz, the running back. It should be a lot of fun. And we have a backup kicker in. That was number 44 for Pittsburgh. Rubio, the kicker. And this is a pretty good kick for your first kick.
Absolutely.
Out of bounds inside the 10. Let's send it down to Tony.
Hey guys, got an injury report for you. The Deer Valley player hurt a few plays ago. Dave Mulcairns just had the wind knocked at him, said he's okay, and if the coaches let him, he'll go back in. Guys?
Tony does a great job down there,
he's good on the side.
And he does good in the booth when I'm not here either, but anybody can do that. I make anybody look like Chris Schenkel up here.
Chris Schenkel? Where'd you come up with Chris Schenkel?
You don't remember Chris Schenkel when we were kids?
Did he just pass away?
Yes, he did. To the late, great Chris Schenkel.
Oh, you did say the late, great.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, absolutely.
All right. You were on top of that.
Come on, that was a kid. You know, we used to watch
he was great.
He was great.
He was on the bowling.
He was on the bowling.
Wide World of Sports. Wasn't he the guy like when the guy? No, that was the other guy.
The Agnew defeat.
Yeah.
Jim McKay.
Jim McKay.
Yeah.
When the guy flew off the ski jump.
That looked like how you used to drop me off at my house when I went out with you on a night.
You're killing me. From the 9. And the new quarterback for Deer Valley is number 12, Adam Masters. And a short gain there on 1st down as the clock runs, and this one's just about over. Pittsburgh, though, wow. I really think, Steve, if Deer Valley could have stopped them went in tied at halftime, got some momentum on that first drive, this would have been a way different game.
Yeah, and I think you're right, but I think the biggest turning point was when they turned the ball over right at the start of the second half.
Absolutely.
I think that really was the one where they went, oh, God, if they go in now, I mean, you can only ask so much of your defense, and you kept asking them and asking them, and they kept answering the call. They were enthusiastic. They played a swarming defense, and it just caught up with them. Too many mistakes, Dan.
And the ball's on the ground. Masters picks it up and is tackled. Another short gain. It's going to bring up a third down. Pittsburg next week, Steve, plays Ignacio Valley, and someone was saying that's on a Thursday night. We might be able to go out and catch that game.
You know what?
And then do our game, and then the big reunion my wife's having on Saturday. It's going to be a big weekend.
Well, you know what? The thing is, there's a big life out there. We only get one chance. There's no dress rehearsal. Get out and see the world.
That's right.
That's what we got to do.
That's what I do.
Now, here's the plan.
And the Sharks on Wednesday, so I'll be gone every night.
Well, that's you're like, I think you're wanted in 37 states for stuff. You're always on the
Well, I'm wanted in 25 for my past with you.
Well, there you go.
Third down. Oh, great defensive play that time. That's a new back in the game. I try to get that number for you. Want to give all these kids some credit.
That's right.
Out there. That's number 48 for Deer Valley. Zaire Webster. There's an interesting name. And number 74, Brian Joseph, 6'1", 250 at tackle for Pittsburgh. Made the stop. 3:17 to go. Another punting situation. And Pitt should get good field position.
I think he is 5'10", 225.
Oh, all right.
And you're looking at Lemley.
Oh, I'm looking at Lemley. Okay.
And he's only a junior.
See, I'm losing my mind out
here. That's all right, yeah. You're with me.
Thank you, Steve. Stanton to punt. And Stanton gets off a wobbly kick that lands. Oh, and hit a pirate. Hit a pirate at the 30, now the 43-yard line. But I think Pittsburgh got it back, and they're living large tonight, Steve. They've had a lot of breaks.
No, Deer Valley got it, Daniel.
Did they?
Yes,
Deer
they
Valley.
did.
So Deer Valley gets a break.
Our statistician, Stonewall Dave Jackson, picked that up, which is amazing. He's even awake at this time of night. Here's a replay right here, Dan. And here's the kick. And how they got that, I'll never know. Maybe you could talk to me. Here it is on the ground.
It hit 25.
It's on the ground.
Natil Richardson.
And you know what happened there?
Just some
Somebody got it at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, just some extracurricular.
Mm-hmm. Which is what I needed to graduate from high school.
Yeah. A lot of extracurricular. Summer school and yeah, extra classes with Mr. San Martin and Mr. Kane. Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria voted best pizza in the East Bay. Someone mentioned Mr. Kane to me. Remember Mr. Kane out there at Antioch?
Rocco's Ristorani. Thank you guys again. They have a great pizza over there at Ignacio Valley.
Oh, Rocco's a great guy. Helped out with the hurricane a few weeks ago and helps us when we have our catering needs for our games. Another penalty on the play.
You know, and everybody who helps out the sponsorship, we like mentioning them because it's such a big part of us being able to do this. The kids love us to put this on, Dan, and Matt does a great job with Comcast and everybody who comes out here. And you know what? You can't get this on satellite. You only get it through Comcast. So thank you guys for your support. We hope other companies will want to join aboard and help us out, jump aboard and help us out. So thank you guys, all you guys who sponsor us. Thank you.
Don't forget to join the Game of the Week team. Increase awareness of your business. Call 933-6264. Ask for Metal Matt or gotw@comcast.net. Send us an email.
That means Game of the Week, Dan.
You're getting good.
I am.
A penalty on Pittsburgh makes it 1st and 5 from the 47. 2 minutes to play. Handoff to another new back in the ball game. First time in the game for number 8, Jaron Butler, who has played on defense. And it's another flag, a hold on Deer Valley. And so Deer Valley will be pushed back 10 yards here.
And with 1:48 down, you know, they're just running it out. And there's a shot of the Pitt cheerleaders.
See, there's just a ton of them. They're in black, they're in orange, they're in white. They've got they all have different uniforms.
They do. They got the JVs, they got the freshmen, they got the varsity. And they might have Hillview Junior High cheerleaders there. I don't know. But I've never seen more.
In Central.
In Central. I've never seen more cheerleaders gathered at one time.
We had one time when we had like the whole track in front of us.
Right.
I think it was at San Ramon or Los Lomas.
Yeah.
We'll be at Monte Vista next week. This is Butler on that sweep. And you know where that sweep is probably going to work against teams that don't have a lot of speed?
Yep.
But not against Pittsburgh. Clark was there to make the tackle. 1:40 to go.
Yeah. Thomas Clark Jr., he's been on a couple. And a lot of these guys are getting playing time. We like calling their name because, you know what? They're just as big as a part of the team with their backups, because that's what makes your first string better is these guys who go to practice, and they got to practice against somebody.
Well, that's the scout team.
That's the scout team. But no matter what, there's a shot of the band, and boy, I tell you what a great job they do with this high school band. I mean, it's unbelievable the spirit they have here. But yeah, Dan, people don't realize that. People on the side, there's a good shot of the helmet right there. They play such a big part, even the backups.
Yeah, absolutely. 2nd and 20, a minute to play. Pittsburgh's going to win this one. Ball on the ground. Masters tackled for a short loss, and maybe one more play and we'll be done. Now, Deer Valley, it's going to be a tough road for Deer Valley, Steve. This is their 4th loss, and they still have De La Salle on the schedule. So you figure they got to win out to have even a chance to make the playoffs. You have to be a 500 team here. And in the 4A division, with all the big powers, De La Salle, Amador, Monte Vista, Foothill, Berkeley, Pittsburgh, it's going to be real tough for them to get back to the playoffs.
But Dan, this game was kind of like, I can put it in a nutshell, like Chris Allen. You look at the guy, didn't have a good game, but he was able to show off his skills on two plays that got called back for touchdowns, on a punt and on a long run, and they got called back, but you got to see what he was made of, Chris Allen. And even though it's not going to show it in the paper, same thing with this team. They are going to bounce back and be very strong down the stretch, I guarantee it.
Swanson up the middle, nice gain. But Steve, unless they blow this dead, and they're not going to, the clock's going to run, and that's going to run out here. Pittsburgh wins 41-7 with a big second half. The second week in a row the Pirates have scored big in the second half, and the Pirates now 4-1 on the year, 3-0 in the BVAL as they beat the Wolverines, who are now 1-4 and 1-2 in the BVAL. We'll be back with an extended postgame show after this on Comcast.
Hi, I'm Rob from Central Pinup. Check this out. Oil filter crusher. Did you know that every drained used oil filter that comes off your car still contains up to a cup of used oil? That used oil can destroy our environment and water supply. Do the right thing and place your used oil filter in a clear Ziploc bag and place it on the curb with the rest of the recyclable items. If your city does not have curbside used oil recycling, take it to your nearest certified used oil and filter recycling center. Call ahead for hours and the amount accepted. What more, if all the oil filters that were sold yearly in the United States were recycled, you would have enough steel to build 16 pro sports stadiums. Be good to the earth. Recycle your used oil and filters for a better tomorrow. Call 1-800-NO-DUMPING or check out our website at www.funnelhead.com.
Hi, I'm Rocco Bialy, and I'd like to welcome you to Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria here in Walnut Creek. Rocco's is a great place for family dining. In addition to serving the best pizza in the East Bay, Rocco's also serves many classic Italian pasta specialties. Make Rocco's your home for your next team party.
Great pizza, great pasta,
great people. Rocco's, a part of your community.
Get ready, Northern California. Mazay Pontiac Cadillac Buick GMC has a huge selection of new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Mazay invites you to experience our superior service and selection. Our new state-of-the-art facility and team of experts will make your car buying experience the best in the Bay Area.
Hi, I'm Matt Mazay. Whether it's a Cadillac Escalade or a GMC truck, I'll guarantee you the right car at the right price. Come by and see us today.
Discover the difference at Mazay Pontiac Cadillac Buick GMC in the Century Auto Plaza, Pittsburgh.
Tonight.
It's almost like I wish they wouldn't have won it. Now they do, everybody thinks they're on the bandwagon. You know, but I've been there's so many people.
Back at Pittsburg High School, the final score tonight, 41-7 Pirates. And as soon as we, and Tony has our players of the game, as soon as we have a chance, and Matt's down there now, we're going to send it down to Tony. He has the 2 Pirate players of the game.
With our Brendan Theaters players of the game, David Johnson and Roman Taylor. A brilliant rushing night. The offense was big tonight. Tell us about some of those blocks. Did you guys know that the linebacker was kind of kicking down onto the line of scrimmage, and then you guys started going outside? Tell us about that.
We just thought about using my blocking skills and my speed, thanks to Coach Muhammad, since getting around and just to get to the house.
Turned out to be a little easier of a game than you initially thought? Thought maybe Deer Valley would play a little tougher tonight?
Yeah, we did, but we thinking it was thanks to our conditioning and Coach Mo helping us out here doing us, getting us stronger and stuff.
A team effort here. David, thank you very much. Let's go to Roman Taylor. 3 touchdowns, a big day on the ground. Tell us about some of those TDs.
I just knew I had a good blocker, David Johnson, leading the way. I just had to follow through the hole, keep my legs moving, get in the end zone.
What about the defense, how they played tonight? They stood up pretty well, huh?
Yeah, they did. The defense did real good tonight. They did real good.
Guys, congratulations on the big win. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. All right, Pittsburgh victorious tonight. Those are our Brendan Theaters players of the game. Brendan Theaters, enjoy the show. Dan?
We're going to take another break, and we'll be back to wrap this one up from Pittsburgh.
Tonight's Comcast Game of the Week is made possible in part by a generous donation from the dentistry offices of Keith White and Brett Annoni DDS. Keith White and Brett Annoni have been serving Central Contra Costa County for years with a personal commitment to their patients in uncompromising dental care with an atmosphere of comfort and experience. With state-of-the-art sterilization techniques and equipment, which includes digital x-rays. Their staff of highly trained professionals will make your every visit one you'll look forward to in the future. That's Keith White and Brett Annoni DDS and staff. State Farm agent Roger Fernando, located in the Crow Canyon Commons Shopping Center in San Ramon. When a coach understands the player's strengths, developing a winning strategy is easy. That's also true with State Farm agent Roger Fernando. Roger knows your insurance and financial situation isn't exactly like anyone else's. But like a great coach, Roger and his team of professionals create a strategy to meet your individual needs. See State Farm agent Roger Fernando and his team at 3211A Crow Canyon Place in San Ramon. The 19th Hole Casino at West Tregallis Road. Established in 1967, the 19th hole has been completely renovated. Open 7 days a week, they feature Texas Hold'em, No Bust 21 Blackjack, Lowball, High-Low Split, Pai Gow, and provide Keno and lottery sales. Every Tuesday and Wednesday beginning at 5:30 p.m., it's a no-limit Texas Hold'em shootout with winner-take-all. Friday and Saturday night is karaoke at 9 p.m., and Sunday at 9 a.m. is the NFL ticket on all the 14 TVs. And come play in the Sunday no-limit Texas Hold'em tournament. That's the 19th hole behind the post office in Antioch.
Back at Pittsburg High School, 41-7, the Pirates tonight all over the Deer Valley Wolverines. Dan Wall, Steve Sanchez, Matt Bolender, a great crew here at Pittsburg High School. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the second half. It was all Pittsburgh in the second half of play here. Here's that pitch play, Steve. Our players of the game. That's Taylor with the pitch, and there's Johnson with the block, and we saw that a lot tonight.
Saw that a lot, and they just kept going to it. They said if it ain't broke, we're not going to try to fix it, and they just paid big dividends for it.
Here's Pfeiffer.
I think that's
Hernandez on a 3-yard pass play. That made it 28-7.
Yep.
Here's the interception. This is a 70-yard return by Mourning here. Made a nice read right there. The receiver was falling down, and then it was just a big chase to the end zone. You can see Jones, the only guy there with really a chance to catch him, but Mourning goes all the way. Kind of looked like Joey Galloway of Tampa Bay last week.
Yes, he did. See you later, alligator.
That made it 34-7, the final touchdown here. The same play, once again, there's Taylor, there's Johnson, there's the hole, and Taylor ends up in the end zone. Taylor had 3 touchdowns tonight and 113 yards rushing, one of our players of the game. I gave the other one to Johnson because linemen, you don't see that too often.
No.
And so he deserved it tonight. He played a great game.
I think it's good.
There's the final statistics tonight. You can see very, very one-sided. Pittsburgh, 280 total yards of offense to 96 for Deer Valley, but 21 penalties for 195 yards. And at some point, that's going to make the game kind of ugly.
Yep.
So there's your stats and your wrap-up for tonight. Here's some individual statistics as well. Piper threw for 103 and 2 touchdowns. He was 11-20. Mourning 3 catches and a touchdown. DeCibio 5 catches, 39 yards. For Deer Valley, Allen held to 4 yards rushing tonight, Steve. That's shocking.
Yes, really is.
And they only had 33 running yards. Stanton was 7-12 for 63 yards, and Pika made 3 catches for 45 yards. So, Steve, we wrap up another one. We're halfway through the season already. Can you believe that?
Wow, unbelievable.
Next week we'll be in Danville, but before we get there, we'll say goodnight to the great friends of the program that help us bring you Friday Night Football.
Very good, Dan.
Comcast High School Game of the Week is brought to you by these great friends of the program. Rocco's Ristorani and Pizzeria in Walnut Creek. Contra Costa Clean Water Program in Mr. Funnelhead. Velocity Sports Performance. Brendan Theaters in Concord and Pittsburgh. Movie Magic. Hertz Equipment Rental in Pacheco. Thanks for the scissor lift tonight, guys. As always, Peacock Expressions Gallery. Freshy Air Systems Incorporated. Peacock, I think we said that one already. But we'll say it again, Peacock Expressions Gallery and Freshy Air Systems. Other sponsors, Amorosa Antique and Floral, Diablo Auto Sales, Jeffrey Hogue, Doctor of Dentistry, GamePod Combat Airsoft, Antioch Opticians, Images of 3 Hair Salon, Recovery Carpet Care. Also, White and Annoni, Doctors of Dentistry, Roger Fernando, State Farm Insurance, the 19th Hole Casino and Lounge, Randy's Carpet Care, the New Mecca Cafe, Bridgehead Self Storage, and Rock Bottom Records. Next week, folks, it's a non-league game, but it should be a big one. Freedom versus Monta Vista from Danville. We'll have all the action for you next Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. For Steve Sanchez, Matt Bolender, and our great Comcast crew, this is Dan Wall saying goodnight from Pittsburgh, where the final score was the Pirates 41 and the Deer Valley Wolverines 7. This has been a high school sports production brought to you by Comcast and Walnut Creek. Until next week, good night, everybody.
Catch the Comcast Game of the Week Saturday. Catch the Comcast Game of the Week Saturday and Sunday nights at 7 p.m. right here on your Comcast Community Channel. Each week, the Game of the Week team brings you all the action and excitement of a complete high school football game, featuring the talented student athletes of Contra Costa County. Don't miss this exciting game coming up this weekend on your Comcast Community Channel.